Welcome. Time to turn your Saturday and turn it to the max. Thank you for joining us. Had a good day today. Spent a lot of time with my wife, getting back to normal streaming. We watched Moana 2 and we started watching Mufasa. I do have to make a disclaimer at the beginning here. Very sorry for all the people that are blocked. I have a rogue mod. Whoever you are, the rogue mod, I'm not like upset with you. I just want you to have a good day. And I had to really go down on my mod list. I had to unblock at least 20 people. Most of the people that were blocked are in the chat now, so it really impacts my channel. CGH was blocked. Senior Nerd was blocked, which I understand that one. But there was Larry Quirkwitz was blocked. The last line was blocked. Cal was blocked. Oh my goodness. So please don't be offended that I had to take had to unmod a lot of people. And it made it so crazy that I actually had to unblock people that were blocked from years ago because they don't come around here anymore, just so I could see my blocked list. I had at least 200 people blocked from when I started YouTube. No, I still don't know who did it. I'm not mad at you. I just want you to have a good day. And I don't know if the anger was towards me or the people that were blocked. I really don't know, because it impacts me. It's a lot of supporters of the channel that were blocked. I have no idea. Well, Senior Nerd, you've pushed a lot of people's buttons. So, Sean, I sent you an email if you want to pop on. Okay, Blue Jay is here. Blue Jay wasn't blocked. You were one of the few that wasn't blocked, Blue Jay.
I heard about what's going on.
So. I don't know what happened, and it's weird because it happened when I wasn't streaming. So someone went crazy when I was gone for a week, not streaming, and just blocked everybody. It really derailed my last stream, but I'm in a good mood today. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm coming out of a cold, so my voice is sounding a little raspy, but it's starting to get better. So
well, me and Rhea did the groundwork for MME LoungeCon, and we want you to come next time for sure. Maybe DL will show up then. You tried to warn me about this, man. He's like, Blue Jay kept saying, "Are you sure, Max, that you let DL know?" Yeah, I let him know. Joe, you're no longer mod. No offense. I'm not saying you didn't. I unmodded a lot of people. I'm going to probably unmod more because of the complete chaos on the channel. Really bad. Yeah, no. Anthony Cheeseman was blocked too. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Anthony's celebrating his mother's birthday. That means the stream could stay monetized. Go celebrate your mother's birthday. Shout out to Anthony's mother and wash your mouth out with soap, please. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, Perp was one of the few that wasn't blocked, which is weird. Perp angers a bunch of people. Yes, we can see this. Okay, I'll send you the. Oh my God, Joe! I don't want to answer something on. I don't even know what you asked. Oh my God, he wants me to look at Blue Sky. What do you want me to look at, Joe? All right, let me see. Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
Do you see my comment?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. We have a new member. Rational Skeptic is a new member. Thank you for the support. If anyone would like to join at 99 cents, I am keeping 99 cents no matter what the world's economy is, no matter what tariffs or inflation. 99 cents is the base rate on MME. And the more people that join at that rate, we could do a lot of great things. It supports all the shows, the streaming StreamYard. It supports Tape Hunters. It supports all the productions and all the shows we have here. So no pressure, but if you are able to, it's really appreciated. And Rational Skeptic $2 also says, Max, I DM'd you breaking news. And we could cover the news from the last 2 weeks here. Let me give this to Perp. I hope you feel better soon, Blue Jay, for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm coming out of it right now. I'm sounding a little better, but I'm drinking a lot of salt water.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me. I could answer Joe's question, but it has to do with Elon and what he believes Elon is. Some people say Elon is that, and that's not going to be positive for this. I'll cover it on MME Live, Joe. I don't want to talk about Elon right now. I really don't. No offense. Okay, so let me give this to Perp. Hold on. Where is Perp? I don't even see him on X.
You still follow him on Twitter?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to find. Oh, there he is. Fourth was blocked. Everyone was blocked. I know it wasn't Brian. Brian's still a mod. Okay. And then I'm doing something on my phone. I sent the thing to let me double check. I sent it to Sean. Let me see. I don't know. I think I sent it to Sean. Yeah, I sent it to Sean. So he could come in too. All right. Well, let's Joe wants the link. Sure, I'll send it to you in Blue Sky. I just don't want to talk about negative stuff right now. That's all. No offense. All right, let me send it to you in Blue Sky. I am not opposed to, doing some things on Blue Sky. It's just okay. Let me see who's here. Perp is here. Hey, Perp, how you doing?
Hi.
I still have to make the poll. Yes, CJH, I'll send you the link, but no less interrupting tonight. All right, let me send CJH the link. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Max? I saw all your videos. I loved them. It seemed you had a great time with Enosh. That was great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had some cancellations, DL and Wonder Meg, so we didn't get to see any in H-Barts too. We were going to see H-Barts, but it didn't work out. A lot of it was weather related. There was a lot of snow in Michigan.
Yeah.
So I get, and people are working. Me and Rhea had a few days off. I had a day off for President's Day, but a lot of people were working on the weekend, so I get it.
Yeah. Next time we meet Detroit or whatever, make sure it's warmer too.
Oh no, hey, it wasn't my idea. I was gonna do April. So
that's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I was glad to do it though. It was a lot of fun. I swear, Senor, I will send you the link on Blue Sky. But if your audio is bad, I'm just going to remove you. And that last time I said, please go. And he's like, no, I'm staying. I'm going to just remove you.
He does that.
Yeah. So
That's an awful cold you have there, Max.
A cold?
CGH, do you have mod duty?
There was an old CGH channel that he said he was not using, but I don't think I don't think it was him. I don't think
that I don't have access to it anymore.
What does that even mean? How do we know that?
Because
I don't have the password.
How do we know that?
He would say that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would say that, wouldn't he?
How do I send it? You know what?
We're on to your alien ass.
I am just going to post on Blue Sky the link, and anyone can get it because no one's on there.
Make sure it's private too.
What would happen if you put it on X?
What
would happen if you put it on X?
You get a lot of trolls and craziness.
You think?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I hate trying to send a. I hate trying to send a DM.
I wish I had that clout, man, where I could just put it on Twitter. A bunch of crazy people come in. That'd be my show.
How do I send you? It's thinking.
Here, do you want me to do it for you?
I got it.
I don't want you posting the link and then be some weirdo.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I sent him
Save
a
that
DM.
for my show.
And please thumbs up the video. Really support the stream.
Oh yeah, I do every time, Max.
Content. Oh, Sean is here. This is great. I love Sean. Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up? How are you guys doing?
I'm making plans to hopefully go to Florida in 2026.
Okay.
And then along the way, I want to stop and visit you and, at least you. And then I know you're a family man. I don't know how private you want to keep the other part of your life, but we'll at least have you on camera for sure.
Florida.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, man. I'd love to have you. And if I'm working on a show, I'd get you to come on set, whatever I'm working on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the plan, to stop halfway. I'm going to drive to Florida.
What on set?
Well, I don't know what I'll be filming or what I'll be working on, but whatever I'm working on, I could probably have him come by set, come hang out in Video Village, which is where all the monitors are. And you sit there in all the director's chairs with a headset on, and you get to watch the filming go on.
That's cool, man.
I can pull that string depending on the show.
So if we do, it'd probably be my wife and Rhea, unless she meets us in Florida, unless she flies to Florida. But I would love to stop and see you on the way down.
Yeah. Are you guys going to Disney?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, Rhea listen, my wife and Rhea get along so well. They had a blast. My wife doesn't like to be on camera, which maybe that'll change in the future. I don't know. She did YouTube before. She's past that in her life. She is not interested anymore. But they had a blast. And my wife is the one that said, yeah, I really want to go to Universal and Disney again. And then Rhea's like, yeah, we want to go. And so we'll see if it works out.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't afford it this year, 2026.
Yeah, we're hoping to go this year, this fall to Disney. We were trying to go in February, like this month, but it didn't work out. So we're definitely going to go down, check out Galaxy's Edge, and then I'm trying.
Oh my God, it's awesome! You got to go through Kathleen's cave. It's amazing.
I can't wait. And my wife is a big Harry Potter fan, so I'm trying.
Yes.
So we're going to split up our time. Disney and then Universal and then back to Disney.
Wow.
And yeah.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. Hopefully I can meet up with Perp to go to Galaxy's Edge. And then I even have a friend that has a band in Florida that I want to see live.
Sweet.
So
nice.
I'm planning things, but we could cover the last 2 weeks of news. Wow. I'm going to make a poll in the chat. I forgot to put something in the thumbnail that people are raving about as Monkey.
Oh yeah. I got to see that. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's hilarious. I loved it.
Hilarious.
I loved it. I loved it because I wasn't expecting that from the Oz Perkins, the Long Legs director, and he's like really good with comedy. It was amazing. It was like perfect, like a Final Destination movie that didn't have like scenes of like depression and the kids are trying.
Oh, look who's together, Joe and Sean.
My question has nothing to do with Elon Musk. What are you talking about? I asked you directly a question.
I was talking about the monkey.
You brought the question on screen yesterday, and
can I get back to my monkey?
The monkey.
I saw the preview for Monkey, and I thought that looked scary. But
no, it's a comedy. It's all played for laughs. Like it's like a kind of a hyper, like the way I see it is like most like horror comedies. It's like they're not really in comedies. Like they're not in a comedy world. They're like they try to play it more realistic. This felt like it was a comedy world that had horror in it. If that makes sense, it was awesome.
Oh, that's gonna make me go see it then because I wasn't sure. Sure.
It's hilarious. Genuinely hilarious. I think Joe liked it too.
I kind of liked it, but I don't know. It's a rough one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got characters who just aren't believable. Like not at all believable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I brought up the priest, but it's not even just the priest. It's the stepfather with the like mutton chops and
that's Oz Perkins. That's the director.
It's like he says things like, I always say I don't like things to be too grounded in reality, but if there's no reality at all, for things to get weird, there has to be some reality so the weird stands out and you could be like, oh, that's not normal. Like what's happening with this monkey is not normal. But if everything in the world is abnormal, then nothing is abnormal. And like
Sure.
You have a scene where like the uncle says to he inherits the kid and he says, well, your aunt and I never wanted kids because we're swingers. And
awesome.
we're gonna do our best.
Awesome.
We're gonna do our best raising you, but it's probably going to be pretty bad.
It's probably going to be pretty bad.
I'm like,
he goes,
who would say that? Like,
What
no
you
one.
said is just an amazing line for a character.
It's hilarious.
There's
The line
no
is, we're going to
reality.
do our best, but to be fair, our best is going to be pretty bad.
Yes, that's amazing.
Like,
said
I'm
that to a
sitting
kid
here
that just
watching
lost
this, and
his
I'm just
mom.
like,
It's like
I
dark comedy.
don't believe these characters are real. I don't believe they
It's
exist.
like a National Lampoon world. I loved it.
Oh my God, Senior Nerd figured out how to do a camera and landscape mode.
Oh,
Because I'm on
wow.
my laptop,
And he's seeing us
baby.
come
I'm
out of
back-
the TV like the
I'm
girl
back
from the
on my
ring.
laptop.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
that's amazing. So you could have done this the whole time instead of this crappy connection, Senior Nerd, and you
Because
chose
I
not
was
to.
Yeah.
using
Yeah,
the
Senior
hotspot
Nerd.
on my phone, and it was like slow. It was very slow, but now
Don't
it's
worry.
like,
This is a shitty broadcast too. You'll see.
yeah.
Okay.
But look, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back on, and now I can do this. Watch this.
Watch what?
We're watching.
Oh, you're.
Oh,
I like
he
the
can
other
change
way.
his background.
I like
Wow.
the other way.
All right.
I think when
Oh,
we need to
dude,
get you
that's hot
noticed
right there.
I can
Cool.
upload. I can upload my own. Watch.
Oh,
you
nice.
wish with Catwoman. Yes.
Catwoman.
I love it.
Catwoman's
And then, of
turned
course,
away.
one of my favorite group.
Catwoman's ignoring you.
Your audio is still crappy.
Oh shit. How about
Yeah.
this?
You're doing
Oh,
too
oh,
many
oh,
things
oh.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I say
You got
say
the
something
visuals.
that got
Sure.
me really excited today?
Yes.
I put out a post on, now this was on my Facebook page, about the actor Peter Jason, who just passed away.
Okay.
I had worked with him in a movie, and he was good friends with Frank Marshall. And Frank Marshall had put him in what do you call it? Jurassic Park and something else. Anyway, my post was public,
Mhm.
and Frank Marshall liked my post.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh, because it was kind of
Hey.
heartfelt, because I had worked with him back in 2015, and
Where at? Where'd you post this?
it was on my Facebook page, my personal
Facebook,
Facebook page. And so I just thought it was really cool that, and it is the real Frank Marshall too. I wasn't sure, but it is. And so I was like, oh shit, he liked
is
my
cool.
post. So anyway, that was it.
There
That
you
was my
go.
that was exciting for me today. I was like, oh,
Frank Marshall appreciated the Kathleen Kennedy cave before they ever built Galaxy's Edge.
Stop it, Joe. You fucker. Sorry for
you
the
know,
curse.
I'm hoping they should just change it and just go to Mos Eisley, call it Mos Eisley.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
think that would work.
Blue Jay, do you have a game this time? Because we're doing the new scenario onto the max where the chat votes, and then after we play your game, we'll revisit, see what the chat does, and then we'll
Yeah, I'm currently doing some finishing touches on the game.
Cool. Anything in news that you really appreciated the last 2 weeks, because I wasn't here last week, that you think should be considered or people should talk about? There's a lot of stuff going on.
I think just today, and still James Gunn nor Peter Safran have confirmed it, so I still consider it a rumor or scoop. But the purpification of cinema continues as Luca Guadagnino had a picture of him wearing a DC shirt. Luca Guadagnino is the director of Queer and Challengers, Suspiria remake. He's phenomenal director, art house director. And if he does this Sergeant Rock movie, which everyone is pretty much saying is a sure thing, I will flip out. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Because one of the things I heard, which I loved, is that this movie, this Sergeant Rock movie, is not being made for general audiences, is being made to secure more talent in the future. So they want to do something different. They want to do something interesting. They want something that gets creatives energized to want to work with DC for this particular project. And
That's
I find that fascinating and awesome.
Will that
If
be
the rumors are
considered
true.
one of the Elseworlds, or is it going to be
I don't
part of
know.
the DCU?
I
I
say
have
well,
no idea.
I think it would have to
It's-
be DCU because
it's
they're
in the
probably gonna put-
universe.
they're probably going to
And,
put GI Robot in there because they hinted at Sergeant Rock on the Creature Commandos show.
Well, I do have some breaking news straight from Kathy Kennedy.
Is it
The
legit?
Kathy Kennedy cave. I don't know. I don't
It's
feel
from
comfortable
Rational,
saying that.
isn't it?
I don't feel comfortable saying. But if this is accurate, let me play the clip real quick. If it's accurate, I will be taking an L.
Breaking news!
Rational, this better not be fake news because I don't want to get Joe upset with me. So if this is true, and they announced this at like Star Wars Celebration. This is going to be
Wait, no,
amazing. I didn't think. Okay. Oh wait.
Don't
Wait.
get-
Go ahead.
Don't
Go
get
ahead.
a screen cap. Just just look this up. You're
Okay.
just going by the screen cap.
I mean,
It's
Entertainment
Entertainment
Weekly is a reliable source, but
Yeah,
how
but-
old is this
but-
screenshot?
That's
is this from
a
5 years ago?
screenshot. That's a
Yeah.
screenshot.
Well, that says
Like,
seven
look for the
7
news.
hours ago.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
screenshot.
I'd
This
rather
could have been
footage.
7 hours ago, 2 years ago when they first
Exactly.
announced it.
I'm looking it up.
Exactly.
No one wants to do it. Senior nerd, come on, you're wearing the glasses. Be the
Give
guy.
me a
Well,
trailer.
yeah,
instead.
was it-
What do you want? What do you want from me?
But
Look
Daisy,
it up if this is real.
Well,
wait,
that's what
Daisy-
I'm doing, dumbass.
Okay, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
No,
Sean,
I
Senior Nerd,
Whoa,
calm
whoa.
down. Are you
No, I
I
was
like
just
that.
gonna
I like
say,
that. That was
That's
funny.
how he turns.
Yeah, that's how he talks to me. I like that.
Daisy Ridley has been on the press junket for that new movie she's doing, the action film, and she talked about George Nolfi's script. So I don't know if this is current, but I mean, at least that confirms as of recently that they haven't flipped to a new writer. I mean, he's still the guy. You know?
So if you're going to get mad at anyone, get mad at Rational. I'm not doing the research. I'm just saying this. Take this for what you will. Rational has been
Is
known.
rational
Yeah, he's been known to
Will
send
you
me
stop
screenshots.
accepting rational news?
He sent me
this is-
$2
if this
to
is
cover
untrue?
this.
This
He sent
probably
me.
Photoshop.
I'm not telling people to believe it. If it's accurate, that's great, and I'm happy for Joe.
Yeah,
He always hits you with the Photoshop shit.
Don't be
too,
happy
like-
for me. Be happy for Star Wars.
Well, that remains to be seen. If it's good for Star Wars or not, we'll see.
love how
This is-
$2
this is the
enough
future.
for Max right now.
What's that, Blue Jay?
I love how $2 is like enough.
I mean, I said you don't have to believe it. What do you're the ones that are all nitpickers. Like, go figure it out. Go search. I'm not stopping you from searching Google. You all have Google, right? I'm trying to run a show here.
Oh my
Max,
god!
bring up
Worse.
what I put down there.
Where'd you put it?
It's
Where'd
down
you?
there. I shared. It's down
Okay.
below.
Well, all right. I will get to that right after this. Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled up. It just said all it says is
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on Google.
It
This
says
is
late
fake.
2025 to start filming, but I don't nothing
This
about
is
June.
fake. This is fake. I'm looking
This
up
is old
Entertainment Weekly and
news.
Star Wars
Mhm.
New Jedi
Okay.
Order, and it's
Right,
fake.
Max? Old
All right. So
news.
this is not accurate. Thanks, Rational.
No,
Why'd
it's
you
rational
get Joe's,
once again?
Joe's
strikes
trying.
again.
Rational's trying to troll Joe. That's not cool. Rational,
Well, how's it trolling me?
because it's probably not going to happen. And I was like,
Well, I don't
Well-
need it to happen in June. I don't need it to happen until it's ready.
well, sure.
Take your time. Get it right.
Okay,
Yeah,
I agree with
Joe's absolutely right. Take your time, get it right.
that, if it ever happens.
Release
Right.
the trailer.
That's
That's only
just Star
announcement
Wars-
I want.
All right, thank you, CJ. Can I read this now? Because okay, Star Wars New Jedi Order featuring Daisy Ridley as Rey Skywalker is officially starting production this June, with Charmin Obaid Chinoy set to direct.
Fake.
George Nolfi penning the
Fake.
script of Star Wars from 7 hours ago from Entertainment
Fake
Weekly.
news by
Fake
Rational.
news. Okay, so
Fake
here's
news
my
by
thoughts.
Rational again.
If this happens, I will go support this movie. I
Fake
do not
news by
think-
Rational again.
I don't think this is going to happen.
Just gonna
And I
keep saying
think
that.
they're eventually
That's
just going to make it 10, 11, and 12 in the next trilogy by the time they get Ray back to the. They're just going to. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah,
But-
It's absolutely going to happen. They got too much
Okay.
money wrapped up in it.
but this is fake news by Rational.
You know how many
Again.
movies they spend on production and script writing that never see the light of day or change, Joe?
So much,
$billion.
guys. So
Yeah,
much.
but they have too much invested in this. They have a whole theme park land. They need
Yeah.
to keep Ray relevant because they
Yeah.
have an entire theme park.
She walks
going
around there, bro. I met her. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right.
don't doubt. Don't
Just
doubt.
for
Hey,
Galaxy's
they're also
Edge.
bringing Luke Skywalker into Galaxy's Edge. I saw that.
And that doesn't make any sense from
I-
Oh
Well,
my God, Joe!
from the timeline standpoint. That
No.
like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It
No,
doesn't
no,
make any
but
sense
that's-
for Luke
but-
Skywalker to be at Disney World
Why would he be at Galaxy's Edge when it's set
Yeah.
in the
because he's
post-sequel
mother
trilogy?
effing Luke
Yo, send him-
Skywalker.
Yes,
Send
and
him-
he's dead.
No, but Joe, to be fair, he might not be in Galaxy's Edge. He might be in like Cartoon Land or some shit.
No, they say
show
it's
him. They show
Galaxy's
him in
Edge.
front of the Millennium Falcon in the
Yeah.
in the
Wow.
promo.
Yeah, and he's got R2D2 with him, and
No love
it's
for
the
the lore,
Mandalorian
Disney.
version of Luke Skywalker.
Wow, what a mess.
Unless
No,
if they could
again,
somehow
that's-
make him a ghost, if they could
it
do
makes
ghost
no-
Luke.
It makes no sense that Darth Vader doesn't make an appearance in Galaxy's
Hey,
Edge.
Nerd
Just
Coaster
start
Nerd
calling it Galaxy's
Shout
Edge
out.
and not call it Kanto, whatever they're calling it, whatever they call it. Just call it Galaxy's Edge, and you can put everybody in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Nerd Coaster,
I'm down.
if you'd like to pop on, you can. I'm sending you a link on X.
Can I just say, his channel is amazing. It delivers awesome horror content, news, and trailers and reviews.
Yeah.
The guy's killing it when it comes to churning out content, and it's all like quality shit.
Go check
him.
it out. And the other reason I removed so many mods is no one does any mod work.
If he's consistent like that, like he's definitely gonna blow up.
No, I want to have him back on. I want to collab with him again for sure.
He's mentioned a lot of movies I never heard.
So Joe wants me to show. Oh my God, what is this, Joe?
This is the question you've been avoiding.
When are you posting the teen video?
Yeah, we've been waiting for the teen video. It's been over a week.
He's not Joe. Let it go, man.
Who is it?
He's backgirling it, just like our last video.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, yes, I will post it tonight. I'll post it tonight.
You even brought this question up on the stream yesterday and still didn't answer it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's a teen? Was it a
He's
teen?
not gonna post it
Look at that.
tonight.
He bullied Max into submission. Now Max has to do it. Release it.
Yeah.
Max, just say no. Say I didn't like it.
All right. I thought it was funny. I will post it.
What is Max Zaslav? He's going to take a tax write-off on the video.
I wish I could.
He did with the other ones. We showed him
Boy,
two.
you guys
music
have
videos.
no idea how much is getting written off this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
He ain't touching Gunn though.
Well, I don't know. All right. So here I'm going to bring up. Oh, I'm going to tell you what's on the poll. So this is the way to the max works now is the chat decides the top 4 stories, and then the panel decides an honorable mention for number 5.
Luca,
okay, so that will be your honorable mention because I didn't put it in the poll.
Damn it.
So because it's not official yet, that's why I didn't put it. But it could be an honorable mention.
Rumors. Every time I say it's not official, everyone's just yelling at me like, "Come on, man, it's pretty much done."
What is? And I actually really want to get everyone's, especially Sean and Joe, because Sean and Joe are on different wavelengths as to where DC is a James Gunn, and I'm not calling Sean a hater. I'm not.
You do it all the time.
No, that's for the chat to do. Where's Donovan? But anyway, the best thing in entertainment this week, the monkey reception. And I really did not want to see this movie, but because people were raving about it, I kind of give it a shot. James Gunn meeting with Zack, the Odyssey first image with Matt Damon, in the James Bond news. I'm very excited about the James Bond news for sure, because I thought the Broccolis were, I know how people say like Star Wars got better after they got. Where are people leaving? I don't know what's going on. CJH left.
I'm sure it might be an interweb thing. They'll probably pop back in. Yeah.
Okay.
That was on purpose.
Okay, so Senior Nerd and CJH left.
Yeah.
Be right back. What the heck? You're not coming back now.
They
You're
left
not coming back.
Too.
That's it. You had your chance.
Oh
my God.
They're doing a heist now or something together.
CJH and Senior Nerd are up to something. That's for sure.
No, I had to refresh the page.
Okay. All right. So to get back to what I was saying, the monkey, James Gunn meeting with Zack, the Odyssey first image, and James Bond news. And the reason I'm excited about James Bond is, some people really don't like George Lucas's vision of Star Wars after the prequels. And they say it got better after it got away from George. I think James Bond might be better without Barbara Broccoli and some of the decisions they made. I feel like they waited too long to keep Daniel Craig in. I think we could have already moved on when he said he was upset when he didn't want to come back.
Oh, this is a hate boner for Craig.
No. I'm not even going into that part. I'm saying he didn't want to come back. They could have moved on to someone else, and we might have got another version of James Bond.
And he's an asshole.
To be fair, I'm not a James Bond fan, and I haven't seen actually, that's not true. I did see one of Daniel Craig's, but the last movie he made was considered to be fantastic.
By who? By some people?
By the fans. The fans and the critics.
You're acting like this is a fact. Like everyone loved it.
Well, it got really good reviews. It got good reviews.
I don't care about that.
Never die alone.
So you're saying by who, but then when you tell you by who,
I didn't like it. By my personal barometer.
So you personally didn't like it, but most people did.
Where's the
proof of I didn't hear people really liked it.
It made a ton of money. I mean,
it's the only Bond movie to make $1 billion, isn't it?
My wife and I talked about, because she worked for Sony for like 14 years, and we were talking about the James Bond stuff because we've got a bunch of like James Bond swag, like all the posters, Skyfall, all that kind of stuff. And and it was stuff that she got when she worked on their marketing campaigns. And we both like Skyfall out of all of the Daniel Craig films. We think they were kind of hit and miss depending on which ones, but Skyfall was our favorite.
Yeah.
And I like the last one, but I do think this I have two thoughts on the James Bond, the whole the Broccoli's are getting, they were really against. I heard that like Amazon wanted to do a spin-off with the actress that played
that's what I was
Moneypenny and make a series.
Yes.
And they were like, no, we need to be on the big screen.
Yeah, and that's what I did not like. I want this is a ripe universe. Amazon does really good shows, and even people that still have cable, like cop shows, investigation shows, secret agent shows, all that stuff.
And that's what I would say about Amazon. I feel like Amazon does better than with serialized franchise stuff than Disney did with Star Wars.
I still want an MI6
show
without James Bond.
Whoa, Sean.
No, what do
you mean? What do you mean? Whoa! I mean, like, have you guys watched the Jack Ryan series that they did?
It's great, and they're making a movie now.
And
yeah,
Reacher. I see the first episode.
Reacher.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I didn't like season 2 of Reacher but I'm wondering the season 3 is going to be dropping soon. But I didn't like season 2. I barely got into it because as soon as they gave him a team, I was like, ugh, they're getting away from what Jack Reacher is. They needed, they like what they did with Arrow on the CW after season 2 or something. They started giving them a team, and it just got watered down. And
to be fair, I didn't see Reacher season 2, but isn't each season based on a book? Was that like in one of the books?
You're absolutely correct. But I was like, I don't want to see him with a team, but I need to give it a shot. But just circling back to what I was saying is they seem to do a really good job translating stuff over. But my big fear is what they did with like Roadhouse, and they gave the director the option to release it in theaters, but he took the money instead, the bigger budget. And I'm afraid that they'll make an exclusive James Bond movie for just Amazon Prime, and everyone has to subscribe. And that to me I think is a problem.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I want the universe. There could be a cooler 00 of Ben 7. There could be MI6, and I'm going to bring up Perps, a good segue, Perp. This is perfect. 006 prequel in the works. Luke Bracey being eyed to play the iconic villain in the Origin series. Story will also dive deeper in MI6 boys training program, with franchise favorite Moneypenny making cameo appearances as the head mistress of boys camp.
It's perfect,
No, exactly. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see. Like,
no, like I don't know about that. I don't know. Like James Bond, in order to become commander, the rank of commander in the Royal Navy, you have to be 35 years old, period. And if they start going like this young with that's not flying.
Well, I'm okay for that specific scenario. I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying I want it expanded with all these other scenarios. I think the universe is ripe for if maybe even can make a series based on a villain. Who knows? I don't know.
One interesting thing that's kind of been forgotten, like it doesn't get talked about anymore, but about a decade ago, the Broccoli's were trying to get a spinoff off the ground featuring the Halle Berry character from amazing. What was it, Die Another Day?
You're right.
And it was in production. I mean, they had a script. I understand it was close to going before cameras, but then when they decided to reboot with Casino Royale, they were like, well, I guess it doesn't make sense to do a spinoff on a previous version when we're not even going to do that version of James Bond anymore.
And I think that last film that had Halle Berry in it, I think it underperformed too. So you kind of saw that version of Bond was on its way out because they got so crazy with the disappearing car and all that stuff. Like it just got too.
Yeah, Die Another Day was rough, except that Halle Berry scene was amazing.
Yeah.
I love Halle Berry. Follow her on X. You will not be disappointed. And she's on X, Joe. So as long as Halle Berry's on X,
I'm on the Madonna character.
Don't follow anyone on X.
Follow Halle Berry on X. Trust me.
Follow her on Blue Sky.
I actually told my wife, I said it would be really cool if they brought back Pierce Brosnan, if they're going to do like one-offs and stuff on Amazon now, to be an older James Bond, having to come out of retirement to do something. And I thought, because they did that with Sean Connery when he did.
I actually said that's a good idea, but he's had a long run. I would say actually ahead of Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, because he'd have more.
Dude, just Avengers it up and bring them all together.
Multiverse. Get George.
I don't want multiverse James
No,
Bond.
you don't multiverse. No, what you do. There's always been a fan theory that James Bond is also a code, just like they get 007 as a code name, like code number. James Bond is a code.
I've heard that, but it doesn't.
Why would he go around saying his name? Why would he go around telling that guy's name left and right?
It doesn't fit though, because why is the character always the same? Then he's got like too many personality traits. It's not like there's a new James Bond and he acts differently. Like,
but if you look at like the actor changing, even like Lazenby loses his wife, then it makes sense why he would quit 00 shit, and that's why you get Roger Moore. Like it makes sense. They could play that card where they
kind of did that in that last movie after Daniel, like they gave the 007 to someone else.
Yes.
And then that actress.
And with that, the name comes James Bond too.
Maybe.
No, but that's 007 is the code name.
I'm open to it.
Rational asks Max and Sean, is Michael Bay's The Rock secretly a Bond film?
I actually think that there's a lot of nods in there. I mean, I've watched the whole video where people put all the pieces together, and it seems pretty plausible, but I almost feel like it wasn't intentional. It just all kind of worked out that way.
Cheeseman, I have no boners for Daniel Craig. After his character in Casino Royale, I'm surprised he could still get one after that scene. But I don't hate Daniel Craig. I check out this is why I don't like even sports anymore. When someone gets so arrogant and stops respecting with and all about themselves, it checks me out. I do not want to go support James Bond when he says it's so hard for him to do it. He'd only come back for the money. I'm like, well, F you, give it to someone else. That's as simple as it is. I don't hate him. I still support his other movies. Like I enjoyed the first Knives Out a lot. The second one I didn't like.
I appreciate that honesty.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was at a convention once, a Star Trek convention, and somebody asked Michael Dorn, what was it that drew him to star on Star Trek? Was it the Roddenberry's vision? Was it this peaceful, society, like image of a peaceful future? And he said, no, they paid me a shit ton of money.
Well, I can respect that. I can respect that more than I don't want to do this. I can't stand it. I would rather hurt myself, and I would only come back for the money. That's where it's gone too far for me.
But that's Harrison Ford said it on the Captain America thing. They were like, how do you Hulk out? Like, how do you do it? And he goes, they pay me a lot of money. And he said it several times when it comes to some of these movies and stuff recently is I do it because it's the job I get paid for. So other
thing, I was supportive of him being for Sergeant Rock, except when they got the guy from The Bear, and I said that's an upgrade because I feel like Daniel Craig is, unless it's a certain type of franchise, he gets tired of doing it.
Did you not hear my speech? He's working with Luca. Daniel Craig would totally do it, and with the script by Justin.
They're already saying they're already saying the guy from the Bear is going to be.
I know it doesn't. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to Daniel Craig ever coming back, I mean that last movie, even though the island was, spoiler alert, completely bombed by missiles. I mean, he was standing there, but they never showed the dead body or anything afterwards. It's just the island exploded. Sean. What if he jumped in the water? Sean. What if he,
I'm so sorry, Sean. He's dead.
I'm just saying.
We can't say anybody's dead. Dexter was dead too, and now Dexter's not dead anymore.
Daniel Craig.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I liked the first movie I ever saw Daniel Craig in was Layer Cake, and I have to revisit that movie. And I went, oh man, he's going to be James Bond. This is going to be great.
When was that released? That movie, Layer Cake.
Oh, Layer Cake.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a VHS of it or not.
That's the Argyle director, isn't it? The kick-ass Argyle director. What's his name?
Yeah, Matthew Vaughn. Matthew Vaughn.
I think that's
it was 2004 was Layer Cake.
They might have on VHS 2004, 2005 was the last. I have to search.
Did you ever get History of Violence, the last VHS?
No, that's really expensive.
Really, you can't find it anymore.
It's almost impossible to find. I mean, maybe I could find in the. It would be really hard to find in the wild.
Sure.
Yeah, Layer Cake is on VHS. It came out in 2005 on VHS, and it's $4.99 on eBay right now.
Okay. Yeah, I will check. I'll be looking out for that, or I might pull the trigger. I could justify that. I'll wait a little bit because I did a lot of shopping. I got music and everything. I had a blast. Oh my goodness! If we visit you, Sean, are you going to go on a Tape Hunters episode, or do you collect tapes, laser discs?
I don't, but I'll go. I mean, there's a lot.
What if I get you a tape though?
There's a lot of places that in Wilmington that sell VHSs and all that stuff. A lot of flea market type places.
Cool.
Oh, so Jonathan Bailey, who played Prince Fiero in Wicked, that's my wife's pick to play the new James Bond, and he's 36 years old, 5'11", British actor. He was on Bridgerton. Jonathan Bailey.
That's cool. I recently found Snatch for $1, Guy Ritchie, and I would love to find Lock, Stock, but that's probably going to be rare too.
Have you seen Snatch before?
I didn't like it when I first watched it, but I haven't revisited it. I went when I want to revisit.
That's a great movie.
That was one I didn't like when I first saw it. I had to see it a couple times.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, that's why I like giving movies another shot. Sometimes I try to give it 2 or 3 times, and if I still don't, the movie that I've given the most tries that I still do not like is The Dark Knight Rises. I cannot stand that movie,
dude. I can't get past the 31 minutes of the Eternals. I try.
I like the Eternals.
I can't get past 31 minutes. I just can't.
Oh yeah, I also tried to find out. I love Diddy Kong Racing for the N64. It's a kart racer, and there's this display in the store had a Diddy Kong in a plane. And I'm like, how much would you sell it for me? Like at least $2,000.
You think they're gonna change his name? Diddy?
No, because Diddy Kong.
They got to change his name.
This isn't Puff
Diddy, bro.
No,
Diddy.
First.
How dare
my
you?
question. Wait. I got a Kong related question for you.
No one
Diddy
pick him in carts.
Well, wait a minute. Diddy Kong, is that supposed to be the same character as Donkey Kong Jr.? They just gave him a name.
That's Diddy Kong is with Donkey Kong in the N60 in a Super Nintendo game. Yes,
right, but is it the same? Is it supposed to be the same character as Donkey Kong Jr.? Did they ever canonically say it is not Donkey Kong Jr.? No, because they could just go back to calling him Donkey Kong Jr.
That's Donkey Kong's friend. That's the first other Kong in a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, but he looks just like Donkey Kong.
And how dare you associate that amazing Diddy Kong with that other Diddy? I am so mad at you, Perp.
It's his name, Diddy.
I don't care.
Diddy. I'm part of No Diddy Gang. Get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, the first. Yeah, I forgot he was in Tomb Raider. Yes, he was in Tomb Raider as well.
Maybe they should change the Luigi name.
Blue Jay.
I don't Luigi name. That's pretty much tainted too.
Whenever you're ready. Rational.
I was just gonna say we've got 19 people watching and only 2 likes on that. So everyone just smash that. Smash it.
Yes, smash it and don't block people.
Get the algorithm to,
And my apologies to Fourth too. You were also Fourth. You were also one of the ones that were blocked.
What do you mean fall for? What do you mean? Can he elaborate? What do you mean fall for? How do people fall for a pick?
Ooh, okay, Blue Jay, this is awesome. Let me get it's ready for your channel.
This is my jam.
All purpose will win. We just know purpose will win it.
All right.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know shit about box office.
Shit. Hold
please no virtue signaling how the Oscars don't matter and how you don't watch it and blah blah blah.
You're not blocked anymore. I removed the block.
Oh, hey, guys, just so everyone is up to speed, the totals for Friday's Captain America was 7 million for Friday, and it was 40 million last Friday. So that's a big drop off. So,
it's over for Feige.
To be fair, though, Sean,
I'm just saying.
If you go to Friday, there's always going to be a big drop. The weekend to weekend.
They got to back.
Oh no, I know it's usually like a 65% drop off, but this is kind of big. This is a little bit bigger than 65.
No, I think it's going to be big 40.
Yeah, why'd you block Fourth, man? That's not
I
cool.
didn't block Fourth. I had a
rogue
rogue mod that blocked like 20 people while I was away.
He's been implemented in my streams.
I have no idea who it is. I've asked around
since, and I don't know why you want to brush him out. He does
have some bad takes.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
He does.
All right,
occasionally.
sometimes he
You-
goes a
you
little
all
off on
have
BBS,
bad
but
takes
we-
except for me.
He's a little hyper about BBS, but we all have our.
Who has
issues,
the
man.
okay? Who has the best takes on the panel? Me.
Nobody.
Herb,
No, me.
Sean,
Me. No, it's definitely
Nobody.
Senior
Nobody.
Nerd. Oh, you don't think-
It's me, and because it's this audience, they're not going to know that. They're not.
I would actually
They
say
don't know that.
I would actually say it's me and Perp. Me and Perp are right more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
When people say they have the best
pretty
taste,
good.
Buy that for $1.
I'm still
Hold
not
on,
confirming that
hold
Lucas
on.
shit.
hold on. When people say
no.
they have the best takes or egomaniacs.
I said I didn't say the
I'm
best
offset,
take.
though.
I didn't say the best takes altogether. I said the best takes on this panel.
That's still the same thing.
That's me.
My head's not that big, but my hair makes it look
Yeah.
like my head's bigger. My ego.
Anyways,
Here, baby.
let's go. Okay, let's go to box office game. This
Who
is
has the
Perp's
worst
favorite thing in the world, the most important event in all of history.
Cinema.
apparently.
Cinema celebrates itself. Let's
And
go.
Blue Jay, do you
Cinema,
like the new
cinema,
format
cinema,
where we're not
cinema,
like an hour and a half arguing about stuff and we get to your
It's
game?
Christmas in
y'all
Tinseltown.
y'all
Let's
argued
go.
over Diddy Kong once I got from the bathroom, but
No
okay.
Diddy Gang. Let's go.
All right,
I did
let's,
terrible at this last time. So
Sick man, you're a sick man.
This is 6 rounds. We're going to be taking a look at 6 categories I picked out, like best cinematography.
I hope you have the
or
foreign
best
ones too. Like I
director.
hope the white ribbon is in this shit. Let's go.
Hold on, I did like best director, like best cinematography. We're gonna go to like different categories, like
Let's
6
go.
of these.
Let's
So-
go. I'm so excited. Thank you.
You're too excited. All right. Doesn't matter if they're nominees or winners. It doesn't matter. They're Oscar. They're an
They're
Oscar.
already winners if they were nominated. Okay, let's go.
It doesn't matter. All right, go.
Ooh. Best
Whoa.
original or adapted screenplay.
Fucking Flight.
Denzel Washington.
I liked Flight. That was good.
Oh,
Actually, I liked all these movies. These
Yes.
are all really good. Jeez.
I already seen just I already seen 2 of these. 2
Yeah.
or 3.
Max, go ahead.
Fourth.
These are all amazing movies. And I think Shape of Water is probably the more interesting adapted. Brokeback Mountain. Was this in the theater after he? No, this was before he passed.
This was like 2005.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
way before he way before.
Denzel Washington Flight. I gotta say that's probably got to be
Yeah,
the
let's
best
move on to
box
that one.
office. Denzel brings the money,
He
You know.
brings the money.
so
Never
I'm
saw
going. I'm going with
I'm
Flight.
looking at the comment section. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
CH.
Okay.
Oh, yes, 4th,
Yeah, it's
but
like
it's
back-to-back bangers.
I didn't.
That's funny.
I don't think if you
Wait.
Brokeback
Congratulations.
Mountain made the most money.
That'll be the
Good
funny.
God, Senior Nerd, please.
It's so funny. Oh God.
Gay
Perp,
people
go ahead.
shamed you into seeing Brokeback. That's how I made all your money.
Perp, go ahead.
I will say my favorite out of these is actually Brokeback Mountain, but in terms of
Homophobe.
money, I don't think it made money.
Yeah,
Um,
I would. I mean, if it did, I'll be happy. But I didn't think it did. Yeah.
Shape of Water was something else. I know that one had legs too. And Guillermo is, I
No,
feel
it offends. It offends.
it's rated
That's-
R. What? Oh, Flight is rated R too. Damn. I'm gonna go with Shape of Water. Let's go, Guillermo.
All right, Sean.
I'm going with Flight.
All right. Senior Nerd.
I'm going Flight. It's also Robert Zemeckis directed this.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
think- and it's also I think it was 3D. I think it came out 3D for that plane scene.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
I
about
think
that.
it made like
You could be
100
right, but
Yeah. Joe.
It's Robert Zemeckis. He's always trying
Do
to
what I gotta
mess
do.
around with
Defend Amelia
technology.
Perez. You're wrong. For it.
For I don't know. This is a toss up. I think it's Shape of Water or
Actually, you're right.
Brokeback Mountain. I'm gonna go Shape of Water. I'll say
Yeah.
Shape of Water.
That's my
Yeah.
joke.
All right. And
Guillermo.
the answer is
3D my glasses.
Wow.
wow.
Guillermo. International baby.
I did see Shape of Water like opening weekend. I think
International baby. You think the French are gonna see Flight? They're like, we know. They wanna see, like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
all right.
I don't get a
Excuse me.
joke.
Oh, I saw Equalizer 3 last night on Netflix. That was the best out of the 3 films. But
I still wish there was more action. I love the premise, but they still don't really. There's not that much action.
But I like that because he's getting older and like the believability of what he can do. I'm like, So right. I love the third one. I thought the third one was the best in the out of the trilogy.
I love Denzel. Oof.
Oh, God.
I know this. I know this. Go to me last, Blue Jay, because I know this for sure.
Oh, all right.
Damn it.
All right.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Damn it. This is a tough one. I have no idea what A Star Is Born did, but I know it was huge.
It was huge.
Same with 1917. Django, though.
Nah, none of his. Quentin does critically acclaimed films, but they're not.
He just took them off. That was hilarious.
It does. Okay, it does hurt my eyes.
Put the back on. That was amazing.
I was gonna say. I was going to respond for ask the guy.
Oh no! It's already impacted you, Senior Nerd. I think you're impacted already.
I was going to say, ask the guy who played 3D.
You're gonna look like Corn Sweat in that 30-second promo if you keep wearing them.
No. I'm Biff's one of his games.
Roger Deakins' modern movies look bad. Fourth.
Well, I guess the reference. Don't so Back to the Future.
Oh my God!
All right, Perp. Do you think it's a Star Wars Born?
I have no idea. And 1917. It's a no.
CGH.
I don't know.
Good God, 1917.
The war movie. The war movie. That's gonna be
1917.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
All right, Sean.
Star Is Born.
God damn it.
Senior Nerd.
I agree. Star Is Born.
Joe.
I'm gonna say Star Is Born.
Max.
Damn it.
Star Is Born, one of my favorite movies of all time, one of the best remakes of all time. This Lady Gaga is even more of a star after this. The star was literally born. Bradley Cooper and he's a great singer too. I got the soundtrack in the movie for $1 on VHS hunts. I found the soundtrack first, and I played it for my mom in the car while we were out at the lake, and she's like, "Oh, this is really good." Did you ever see the movie? She's like, "No." And then the next thrift store I went, I found A Star Is Born on Blu-ray in DVD combo for $1.
Nice.
And it's an amazing movie. I tried to have Rhea borrow it, and she left it in the car. She's like, "No, I'll just watch it on VOD." I'm like, well, this is an amazing movie. You need to see it. It's very sad, but you need to see it. I love it.
You done?
I would be shocked if 1917 or the Django won over Star Is Born because it was a moment.
Star Is boring.
No.
All right, and the answer is.
Holy crap!
Oh, what? Let's go!
Wow, $10 million.
What the hell?
Wow.
Let's go war.
No war. Hopefully we don't have.
Apparently, that's what the world wants. Let's go.
Well, it is 2025.
Dude, I'm shocked Django made that kind of money.
Yeah.
Django was
all right.
Is that one of Quentin's highest grossing films?
I think it was actually beat by the one. No, not the one after. The Once Hollywood one, the Brad Pitt.
Once Upon a Time Hollywood.
Yeah, I think so. But that was at the time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm not even highlighting.
Jamie Foxx wasn't on the Russian poster when that movie came out.
The F is this shit. The F is this shit.
Best animated feature.
Wow.
What?
I did say more sad.
This is when I go to the bathroom.
I already know which one I'm going with.
Cinema. You don't really if you track art.
These are all really great. These are all
Ferdinand.
No,
John
Ferdinand's
Cena
it's actually really good.
John Cena as a bull?
I was shocked.
Oscar-worthy.
John Cena. Oh, he's a bull in the China shop. I get it.
No, he plays.
All right, let's start with Joe.
Obviously, Princess and the Frog has become iconic, but I remember at the time it was a box office disappointment.
I think that was, just keep in mind, I'm giving everyone a
What
hint here. I
about
think that was the
Ferdinand?
last 2D animated
It
major
was,
Disney.
and that's part of. No, actually, that's not true because Winnie the Pooh came out like a year later. But that and Winnie the Pooh were both. That's why they haven't done anymore. But I do think it had to have been a bigger hit than Ferdinand. I'm gonna go with Princess and the Frog.
All right, Nerd.
Did you freeze up, Senior? Come on, don't leave us hanging.
I think it's freaking.
What?
I'm thinking it's freaking Ferdinand. I think because John Cena's for kids.
John Cena's not for kids. Did you see Peacemaker? It's not for kids.
You know what he means, dude.
I mean, in the past, before he started to be cool. He was doing the Fruit Pebbles thing. Yeah.
So it's Ferdinand.
All right.
Well, all right.
I'm going Howl's Moving Castle.
Studio Ghibli.
I don't think Studio Ghibli movies does well. I don't think they do it here in the States.
Oh, I didn't mean to highlight that.
That's your fault. Perp.
Man, I have no freaking idea. I'm going with Ferdinand.
Hey, if you respect cinema, respect animation. It's art too. Man, it's why
no, you're right.
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Go ahead, Max.
Okay, I would like it to be Princess the Frog, but I don't think it did great box office. I think it could be Ferdinand, but even in the States, even though there's fans,
I don't think
we don't respect Miyazaki like they do in other countries. I'm thinking if this is worldwide, maybe Howl's Moving Castle. Maybe.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna go
a safe bet.
I'm going Howl's Moving Castle because this is worldwide, and Miyazaki is like a master.
Yep. All right. And the
we got you.
And the answer is
Ferdinand.
What?
Right.
It was Ferdinand.
Yes, thank God.
Wow.
Okay. John Cena's for kids. I'm telling you, John Cena's for kids.
Remember, this came out the same day as The Last Jedi. Ferdinand.
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I don't know. Last Jedi is only a trigger movie for people in this panel.
Not anymore.
Also, Dawn of Justice.
Round 4.
Speaking of it.
Dude, I'm winning.
I have lost every one of these.
Oh my God. Best director? Get the F out of here.
All right, let's go with Perp because he's a director.
Get the F out of here. Lady Bird was great. Fantastic movie. Didn't make shit probably. The Thin Red Line. Interesting. That came out the same year as Saving Private Ryan. Terrence Malick is a more introspective, slow-paced war movie. I don't think audiences are buying it. Black Klansman. Man, was that movie fucking fire. I think general audiences responded to that one. I still think people talk about it to this day. I think it was a hit. Out of all these, I could just see, I'm just thinking general audience, what they would accept. And I think it's Black Klansman.
All right. Let's go with Max.
I still want to see Black Klansman. I didn't see Lady Bird. The Thin Red Line, I remember that was like one of the first movies after Saving Private Ryan. That was a war movie people love to talk about. I'm thinking, and look at that cast. I'm thinking it's the Thin Red Line. Right. I would think next would be Black Klansman. I would be shocked if Lady Bird got it.
Sean.
Thin Red Line.
All right. So you're a nerd.
I am. I think Black Klansman is the highest.
That was that noise.
Can you take me?
I love you, Senior.
That's my thinking. That was it. Yeah, that's my thinking sound.
That's your thinking sound.
I
Good
think
God.
Black Klansman.
You're about to unleash some bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Black Klansman is the highest grossing Spike Lee movie. Like that's like the most money he made.
Okay.
Ever.
Not Inside Man. You're nuts.
Yeah, I'm going. What? I don't think White Man Can Jump did do so.
No, Inside Man. He didn't do White Man Can Jump.
Yes, he did.
No, Spike
Yes, he
Lee
did.
did not do what? No, he didn't.
No, he
Yes, he
didn't
did.
do that.
No, it was the guy that did Play It to the Bone. I
So
forgot
we
his
was
name.
talking. Well, he was.
Please just pick, man.
And I think
Oh, we
Bull
was talking
Durham. It's the Bull Durham guy.
Ron
Black
Shelton.
Klansman.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you already pick Senior Nerd?
I worked on Bull Durham.
Oh, cool. Did you pick all that? You didn't even pick?
I picked like 100 times. 101 Black Klansman.
Okay. Joe.
Jesus Christ, the people.
Oh, God, I got no idea. I'm going to just say Black Klansman, Shot in the Dark.
All right. Let's go with answer is.
Woo!
Ooh,
I got
Thin Red
one
Line.
right. Finally.
People wanted that Saving Private Ryan shit again.
Yeah, yeah.
JC was in it.
I liked
You know
Black
that
Klansman.
Adrian,
I enjoyed that
you know
one,
Adrian-
but
John
Adrian
Travolta,
Brody
I don't
had, like, a
remember
big-
him. These are all like in these war movies. These guys only have like bit parts. Like
Yeah.
always.
Oh, okay. Look at
Adrian
the
Brody
thin, look at the Thin Red Line poster.
Mhm.
The guy.
Oh my
he played-
god! Oh my god! Sorry. Finish.
No, on the Thin Red Line poster, the guy listed. He played Casey Jones in Ninja Turtles. The guy listed between Woody Harrelson and Nick Nolte. How do we pronounce his last name? Elias Cotius? Is it Cotius? Is
I
it
thought it was
Cotius?
Cortez. I always said Cortez. Damn, I'm saying it wrong. Cortez.
I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
No, this
No, I don't
movie.
either.
A
What?
tidbit. This movie's infamous. This movie's infamous because this is the one that Adrian Brody shot, and he was the star of. But then the director shot the re-edited the whole thing and reshot shit with just Jim Caviezel, and it ended up Jim Caviezel was lead, and Adrian Brody had no idea until
Really?
the premiere.
I
Until
didn't
the
know that.
premiere, he
dude,
went to
that's
the premiere.
crazy.
Look it up. It's crazy.
No. George
CJ,
Clooney said that.
calm it down with your little gag there, please.
What's going on?
So,
Hey, honestly, you gotta
Saoirse-
be funny.
Lady Bird was good too, and Saoirse Ronan that's my hall pass.
Okay.
Shout out Greta.
It's fine now. She's 30.
More Spike Lee.
Oh man,
Dude, Wag the Dog. Fuck. That's going old school. Shit.
that's a long time ago.
Then again, Malcolm X.
Mm.
Joe, go ahead.
I'm going Wag the Dog.
Senior Nerd.
I feel like Wag the Dog came out during like the Clinton scandal. So people
Yeah,
were, and that was like
around
the biggest of the world. So people were kind of like entrenched with that scandal. And I think Wag the Dog was kind of loosely by about that. So I'm like Wag the Dog.
Yeah, I had
Alright.
a boss who used to call it Wag the Cigar because all the Clinton cigar stuff was in the news at the time.
Oh my god, you sick man.
Sean.
I'm gonna say Wag the Dog.
Perp.
All right. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Like that title, whatever, that had to have thrown audiences off. What the hell is that? Like, and then the trailer's just talking.
It's
scenes
about
in
a soldier
courtroom.
spy.
Yeah, sure. But they didn't show any shootouts or gunfights or anything. So that
But-
thing is done.
But
Done,
Perp, don't forget Benedict Cumberbatch is in it, and that means the Cumberbitches all went out and drove to see it.
Dude, this was I didn't even like I didn't know
You
he
remember that?
existed
Do you
until
remember the-
JJ.
Do you remember
pointed
the
camera at him.
Cumberbitches? Remember that trend?
Yeah, no, he's the Sherlock guy. I think that was even before that.
Yeah, but
Wag
look
the
at that.
Dog.
Look at that cast. You had Mark Strong, Toby Jones, John Hurt, Tom Hardy, Colin Firth. I mean, that's
I got a funny
all-star
feeling.
cast.
I got a
Mhm.
funny
I feel
feeling.
like
Wag the Dog
I heard it's boring. It was, like,
bombed
long
the
and
shit.
drawn
I
out.
got a feeling it bombed the shit out of everything. I'm going
I think
Spike
it did.
Lee again. Malcolm X. This time he will deliver. Spike Lee will deliver this.
You
time.
could be
Let's
right
go.
on that.
Let's go.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, Max.
I love Spike Lee. I don't think he's ever had a lot of great success.
Dude,
at the
Inside
box
Man,
office.
Malcolm X. No, you can't.
I remember people going a lot.
Summer of Sam.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy a lot. So in that cast, all these casts are great. Every single one of these movies. But look at how beefy that Tinker Tailor Soldier. I'm going Tinker
That
Tailor
title
Soldier
is
Spy.
All right.
No, when they came out, people were saying that all the time.
Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. It's like a
Yes.
toy movie.
I mean, if you're gonna go with like Thin Red Line and you're sticking with that kind of like all-star cast kind of thing, it could be the one that. And plus, it's a global
Mhm.
box office versus like maybe only people saw the Malcolm X in the U.S.
Yeah.
because it wouldn't have played well in Russia and China, you know. So
All right, and the answer is
Tinker Tailor.
Tinker
Told
Tailor.
you.
Really?
Told you.
Typhoid.
You know, when it comes to Wag the Dog, people might have been just done with the Clinton stuff at that point, even though they had a fictitious character playing that Clinton-esque. People were probably done with that at that point. Sometimes when the timing is wrong,
I'll never
when they get
doubt
these
the
movies
Tinker
out.
Again, I respect Spike Lee, but I don't think he I know Perp keeps going to a few movies, but he does not. I don't remember.
Yeah, but he likes.
Huh?
Inside Man was a big hit.
Okay.
all right. One more round.
Sure.
Oh, we got a bonus round.
Yeah, bonus round. One more round.
Boner round.
Yeah.
Apollo 13.
Oh, wow.
Slumdog Millionaire. Schindler's List. Wow, heavy hitters. All box office hits, I think.
Oh man.
That's a tough
Okay,
one.
Max, go ahead.
Dude, they were busing schools to that Schindler's List.
No,
Let's
all
go.
these movies were extremely successful. I love Apollo 13. Slumdog Millionaire, I really enjoyed. But Schindler's List was an amazing moment in cinema, too, where people recognized the horrific events. Steven Spielberg was at the top of his game. And even Seinfeld went to the cinema to watch.
Oh, could you? You mean?
Yeah, watch this movie in the theater. I think it's Schindler's List. That was a moment that everyone's like, we should go. You know, it's very sad. I actually found this sealed and I couldn't buy it because I'm like, I really don't want to rewatch, even though it's an amazing film. So I'm going Schindler's List.
All right, Perp.
Like being weird. I'm gonna go Slumdog. I think that thing came out of nowhere and put like Danny Boyle from like an art house like weirdo director that did 20 Days Later into like the forefront of Hollywood for a little bit. I'm going Slumdog.
You're wrong.
I'm going Apollo 13.
Senior Nerd.
So I was going to pick Schindler's List because it's Steven Spielberg, but this movie is so depressing.
It's long as shit too.
But a lot of people saw it.
Yeah, but
I think people probably walked down like just give him the Oscar. Like give him the Oscar.
But no, but like Apollo 13 is more uplifting. It's like inspirational. It's like based on a true story, but like more inspirational. Because so I'm going with Apollo 13.
I remember they were making a big hoopla of Apollo 13, the way they did the no gravity scenes. Probably got a lot of people interested.
That was great.
This was a great game today, Blue Jay. It always is, but it's really exceptional today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Go ahead, Joe.
You know, I think it's a toss-up between Schindler's List and Apollo 13. I'm going to go Apollo 13 for a couple reasons. Number one, shorter runtime means you can get more shows per day. I know the black and white was divisive at the time to some audiences. And number one, I spent the night at one of the filming locations from Apollo 13. So
I thought you were going to say Schindler's List. I was like,
no,
I wasn't going to say that joke.
No,
last time I was in California, I stayed at the Safari Inn, which is Apollo 13 was shot there. The morning show was shot there. T.J. Hooker was shot there, and one of my all-time favorite movies, True Romance, was shot at the Safari Inn. So.
Shout out Tony Scott.
All right, Apollo 13, Joe.
Let's see.
Yeah, Apollo 13.
All right, y'all. Let's cap this off. The answer is. Oh
wow!
No, yes.
Wow.
Told you.
Okay.
Danny Boyle went on a whole new level after that.
Slumdog Millionaire, by the way, is the foreign film like with subtitles that I've seen that has the worst subtitles. Like the subtitles were so bad. They were like in the colors they were choosing for the font of the subtitles. You couldn't.
What about when they were all
them.
dancing at the end, Joe? That was pretty cool.
No, that was fine. Yeah, the movie's okay, but it's just you couldn't read the subtitles because they didn't. They were blending in with the background.
Take that, Schindler's List.
You know, I really thought Apollo 13 was going to nail this one because back in 1995, I was managing a movie theater, and I just remember selling out Apollo 13 like show after show after show. And so I don't know. I really thought that was going to be the win there.
I'm happy with the results, though.
I'll tell you this:
Slumdog Millionaire probably got a lot of overseas, money. I would think.
I'll say this too, though. Apollo 13 is a movie that really holds up because my 17-year-old daughter, who wasn't born when that movie came out, it's one of her favorite movies.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Great rewatch.
All right, so let's go check out the score, you guys. Max has 3. Herb is the winner, having 4.
Yes.
1.
Sean, 1 point. Singer Nerd, 1 point. And Joe, 1 point.
Nice job. Nice job. You perp won? All right.
Oscars.
Thank you, Blue Jay. I really appreciate you putting this together.
Finally won.
Perpy derpy boy.
So go check out Blue Jay for other box office games neatly set up on his channel. And we look forward to more box office game. Thank you so much.
It's really good stuff.
All right.
I can take this.
Now, I will bring up the poll to see what the what is that? Okay, to see what the chat is saying on the best of the week, and I'll explain how it works. All right, let me bring this up here.
You might want to clip this. It's gonna be hilarious.
Okay, so out of the best thing in entertainment this week, what is the best thing in entertainment this week? Okay, so we have James Gunn meeting with Zack, number 1.
Oh, God, how? Dear Lord, what do people?
Okay. First off, what do you think that means? I want to go to Sean and then Joe and then Perp.
No,
and then
don't go to me.
Don't go to you.
Yeah, you'll get demonetized if you go to me.
Honestly, I don't think it means anything. I mean, I just don't.
No, yeah,
they're good friends, whether people like James Gunn or Zack Snyder's movies, whatever the case may be. They're friends. I mean, Dawn of the Dead was directed by Snyder, and Gunn wrote the script, so they know each other. They're friends, and I think honestly, this was more of a, hey, let me show you some stuff. I'm talking about maybe footage, and I think he needed to put that out there. Remember, they're in marketing mode right now, and they know they have a hill to climb, which is the DCEU when it comes to Henry Cavill and all that kind of stuff. And I think that this was kind of like, hey, look, Zack's with us. And I think it was really, you got to remember, he's still a team player when it comes to like Zack Snyder, when it comes to DC or when it comes to Warner Brothers, or just as a filmmaker and a producer in general, and they support each other. And I just think that it's more of an olive branch, like, hey, look, I don't think he's going to do anything for DC. If anything, he could be doing some animation, but I think it's going to have nothing to do with his version of all his stuff. I think this was just more of like, hey, look, he's on board, kind of thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Joe, what do you think it means with Zack Snyder meeting up with James Gunn in that photo image, that image that's been going around?
Well, a couple weeks ago, I was in Disney World with my friend Dave, and there's pictures of us together. We're not working on any projects together. We were 2 friends hanging out. This picture means nothing.
It doesn't mean nothing.
It means that it means that he met a friend for lunch. That's what it means.
Yeah.
It could lead to something. I'm not saying the Snyderverse coming back. I actually am looking for my. I actually have a theory about this because something's coming together right now that has nothing to do with the Snyderverse returning that I think Zack Snyder would do great on, and I'm just trying to find my tweet about it. My Twitter's insane.
Are you going to go to Senior Nerd and Blue Jay?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Go ahead, Senior Nerd, Blue Jay. Go ahead. What do you think it means?
So I saw it. I'm like, no, because I know how you Snyder fans were going to react. The turkey. Look at the turkey.
What about us Gun fans? Us Gun fans are pretty crazy too out there. Okay,
we have
a pretty bad rap too. Okay,
not really.
Yeah, we do.
We're
bad. We're bad. They know it. Snyder fans are afraid of us gunheads and gun nuts, and Snyder fans can't. Snyder people can't take it. They can't take the heat. Get out of the kitchen. And Gunn is a genius. and he knows he's gonna sucker a lot. He's gonna sucker all you Snyder bros into watching Superman by taking that picture. He clearly used Zack Snyder as the pawn that he is. He said, "Zack, get over here. I need some publicity for my movie." And he took that picture, and now he's gonna get it. And all you Snyder bros are suckers because we gun nuts. We don't break, we don't bend, and we don't fucking fold.
Hashtag gun nuts.
All right, I just gotta go ahead.
That's what I
Go ahead.
No, there was like a gathering with press for something DC that's coming out Monday. Yeah. It could be something, it could be nothing. Maybe Zack is producing something.
Luca.
Yeah,
official announcement. Official announcement on Monday.
It could be something, but it could be something.
Good job.
Right.
It could be something, and then it could be nothing. He gave it. You, senior nerd. You said nothing. You said nothing. It could be something. It could be nothing.
How's that movie?
Have a more nuanced take, bro. Come on. This
Okay.
ain't my stream. We're
Now-
doing the big show here.
But again, I will say that the marketing has, in my mind, has been completely fumbled on the marketing of Superman, and I feel like again they're seeing the heat every time that something stupid comes out, like the NBA basketball spot, and everyone went nuts when they saw the costume on the mannequin that was like skinny and the costume was buckling in places, and so everyone went nuts over that, and everybody goes nuts over the dog, and I think that James Gunn keeps inserting himself in all the marketing, whether it's this picture with Zack Snyder, whether it's the dog, whether it's the thing, and here's the problem: he needs to take himself out of it, but it's like he's part of the spectacle, and that's gonna deviate from people that I'm telling you, it's bad business for him to be putting. You don't see Spielberg in commercials doing goofy
did in
stuff.
the 80s, don't.
No, you
in
didn't. Find it. Find the Spielberg commercial for Jurassic Park where he's next to the big pile of dog shit, and Jeff Goldblum's
But you want,
we're making a shitty
James
movie.
Gunn
I
to
mean,
succeed.
like,
I keep reminding people, you would be happy if Superman does great, though.
Absolutely, it needs to. If not, you're going to see everything split up. Max, they're going to take everything and break it apart.
All right. So has everyone got their take on this? Because I have a hot take on this. I think it's very possible that James Gunn is just showing his friend Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder is a fan of Superman and getting his thoughts.
I agree.
It's also possible that he could find something for Zack to work on, but it ain't. I don't think even if he brings Zack in, that it's going to be to restore the Snyderverse. I think something like this. He talked about Batman. You know what's been coming along pretty good? The Constantine sequel in DC Elseworlds. DC Studios ready a treatment, Keanu Reeves says. So this is coming together pretty quick. I think this will be an amazing project for Zack to work on. Constantine 2. That's my pick. It's coming together rapidly.
Is it like the director doing it?
Yeah, the original director is supposed to be attached.
The original director is attached?
Yeah, well, he says he is.
There's a script. I didn't know I didn't know the original director was attached. Okay. I'm just saying,
of course
if Zack were to come back, something like this, I actually think he would prefer to do something like this instead of doing the sequel, the continuation of the story. Honestly, if he came back, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in his mind, but I would think. I did not know the original director was coming back. Actually, I mean, I would be cool with that, but I thought the first Constantine was just okay. I kind of would like someone else to do it, honestly, the sequel. But that's just something that I was thinking.
It would have to be something in Elseworlds if he did something live action, because his style isn't going to line up with what you look at the visual cues for Superman and the visual cues for the Suicide Squad and the visual cues for Peacemaker. All of it looks the same, like television. It looks like television, and that's what they're going for. There's no aesthetic look to it like what James Gunn brings. So it's got to be something else. I think it's an animation if he does anything, and it's not Justice League, because none of these Henry Cavill wouldn't come back to do a voiceover. Neither would Ben Affleck. None of these guys, they wouldn't come back for any of that crap.
Well, we don't.
It'd be a slap in the face,
Okay, so what do people think about the Constantine 2 coming together, though? I want to see it. I thought this. Listen, you don't let Keanu pass. If he wants to do it, you're probably going to let it happen. He still gets box office draw. Not like everything he does is a hit, but this type of movie, it's kind of got like a cult following. The character definitely has a cult following. I just don't. The movie's kind of just okay for me.
Did Shia survive the first movie? I can't remember. I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched it in a while.
He did not. I just re-reviewed it because the 4K came out this week. This week, in fact, Tuesday.
Okay, so does anyone have thoughts on Constantine then? I thought this would be something like if you brought Zack back, this would be a good thing, but I didn't know the first director was going to do it. Perp, do you have any thoughts on the original Constantine movie? And they seem to be seems to be coming together pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll watch it.
Okay. Do you want the original director, or what do you think about
Lawrence?
What do you think of my thoughts on this? Is something like if Zack were to do something, this would be something that would be cool for him to do. Okay. So you wouldn't be opposed to that?
No, I don't care.
Okay. Joe, I know you're not a Zack Snyder fan anymore. What if he did something like this? It has no impact. It's DC Elseworlds. It has no impact on the James Gunn DC Studios stuff.
I think that would be fine.
Okay.
Provided that it doesn't happen anytime soon. I think it should, much like I said, release the Air cut. They shouldn't be releasing the Air cut for about 10 years because the number one thing that James Gunn needs to do right now is build his universe, and anything that distracts from that is a mistake.
I agree.
And going back and rehashing the previous things is a mistake. I think if he wants to bring Zack in to direct something for his vision, that's fine, but he better build his foundation first. It should not be something that happens in the first, I'd say, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see who even owns all this in 5 years. Because that's
a fair point because it's changed hands. I think it's going to be fine, but that's fair for Sean to criticize. It's happened before. It's not like that's not a crazy take that it could change hands again. But all right, Senior Nerd, did you have any thoughts on Constantine 2? If you'd be okay with Zack doing something like that, or you want the original director? Are you happy they're making Constantine 2?
I didn't really dig Constantine.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't amazing.
Careful. I think the problem was because Matt Ryan played him in like this show in the
people
DC
love
TV
that
show,
version of Constantine more. Yeah.
Perfect.
Did you see that show, Perp? That show.
He is Constantine. He looks like him. He talks like him. Mm-hmm. I would rather have him have his own movie than Keanu Reeves is.
I wasn't a fan of the Constantine TV show, but I thought Matt Ryan was fantastic as John Constantine on Legends of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that version better.
When he like that because they had to tone him down. They make it more cartoony to fit that tone.
So let's.
The original wasn't the biggest box office success either, though.
It's funny though how things have changed for Keanu Reeves. Because Keanu Reeves is in a moment in time right now where he's being revered. People love the guy. But I remember in the 90s, he was kind of a joke. People were like, this guy can't act. And everybody would imitate him going, whoa. And then he went into his direct-to-video phase where nothing he was putting out seemed to gain any traction. And then suddenly we got into this renaissance where everybody just loves Keanu Reeves.
He's an awesome guy. I like him on the press tour. He seems like so chill.
He's got a lot of zen to him. But that last Matrix movie wasn't very good. The one that HBO Max did. And I wouldn't be surprised if Constantine is an HBO as a Max movie and isn't released in theaters.
To be fair, though, the two Matrix movies before the last one weren't very good either.
They weren't very good.
There's one good Matrix movie out of 4.
Of money. They made a ton of money. They may not have been good, but they made a ton of money.
I'm excited for Drew Goddard's Matrix movie, though. Mm-hmm.
The original Constantine made $75 million in the U.S. as $230 million worldwide off a $100 million budget. $200 million breaks you even, so it only made $30 million. I don't know why you would make another Constantine with Keanu.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up with the top 4, and the 5th one is the honorable mention. So how this works is the audience votes, and then we go through the results. and each panelist can say, I think that deserves to go up one spot or down one spot. Or you can abstain and say, I think the audience got it right. So I will start off. Number 1, James Gunn meeting with Zack. Number 2, the Odyssey first image. And then 3 and 4 tied. The Monkey and James Bond news were both the same amount of votes. So I think the audience got it right with James Gunn meets with Zack. The Odyssey first image gets me really excited. I love. Oh, Blue Jay left out. That's all right. Thanks, Blue Jay, for your help in the show. Now I think they got it right too with the Odyssey. The first image with Matt Damon looked great. It seems like he's going authentic. They're not doing, as far as we could tell from that image, they're not doing like a modern day interpretation of the Odyssey. It seems like Christopher Nolan is swinging for the fences with this one. Number 3, the Monkey. Number 4, James Bond news. They kind of tied. The only thing I would make is I would move up James Bond news to number 3. Even though they were tied. I'm really excited about James Bond, and I want the universe expanded. You know, I love the universe. There's 20-something plus movies. I think there's really cool characters. I think there's other 00s that might be as cool as James Bond, you know? So that's what I would say. Perp. Now that the Monkey is number 4, James Bond's number 3, the Odyssey number 2, James Gunn meets with Zack number 1. Do you want to move anything, or do you think we got it right?
Move James Bond up.
Oh, up over the Odyssey. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let me fix that. And there, James Bond news is number 2. You're also excited about the.
I want to see what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see there. It's not like I'm opposed.
I think we're gonna get like. My theory, I don't think that's going to happen, but I think we're going to get James Bond in the theater movie. Like whatever they decide to do with the other characters on streams and shows or series, I'm fine. But I still think we'll get James Bond in the theater.
Oh yeah, there's no chance that they don't put James Bond in the theater. That's leaving too much money on the table.
All right, so I will recap it for Sean, and then you can decide if you want to keep it as is, Sean, or if you want to move something. You can only move one spot. James Gunn meets with Zack Snyder, number 1. Number 2, James Bond news. Number 3, the Odyssey first image. Number 4, the Monkey.
I think the audience has gotten it wrong with the James Gunn meeting Zack Snyder.
You don't think that should be number 1? That's fine. You can bring it down a notch. That's fine.
Yeah, I say we bring that down a notch.
So that puts
because it's a nothing burger, just like James Gunn. It's just a nothing burger.
Oh, you did that for Donovan.
No, but seriously, I just think it doesn't mean anything that people think it means. And the Odyssey, the first image of that, I mean, okay. I think the James Bond thing, if anything, I think the James Bond thing should be number 1, but I can't obviously.
Well, that you just did that. You just made that. You and Perp together made that happen.
Okay. So there you go. That was
nice.
Yeah.
All right. So Joe, this is why this is interesting that we do this now. Joe, so where it stands now is you, and this is funny because you're a critic of a gun, and Joe is a super gun nut. And I think you might actually agree with that. That's not big news. So, Joe, did you hear what Sean did? He moved down James Gunn meets with Zack. He says it's nothing. So
no, I'll move it down again.
Oh God! Look what Sean and Joe are. Look what they're doing.
We've been on the same page.
I mean, there's nothing. I think we're on the same page more often than not. I got mad at you when you tried to spoil the Flash for me, but other than that,
sorry.
Well, Joe, you spoiled Companion for me.
How did
I spoil Companion for you?
I didn't watch the second trailer, and that was in the description.
If it's in the marketing, it's not a spoiler.
Yes, it is. They said don't watch the second. They
said Companion. Max, you got to see that movie no matter what. Companion was incredible.
I
loved it.
And Senior Ned, I didn't spoil the Flash. You're wrong.
Okay, be nice, everyone.
No, you spoiled Superman.
Yeah, Superman and
Lois. Oh no! Sorry. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, meets with Zack. All right, we're gonna. So Joe moved it down to now it's number 3. Sorry, audience. This is the panelists. This isn't me. That was my number 1. Even if it's them just hanging out, I'm happy.
You're talking about news. There's no news there. It's just two guys took a picture
Even if
together.
Nothing comes from it, it's a great image to unite the DC fans. Although it didn't. All right, so Taladia.
Yeah.
You have a lot to take on here because you were just popped in.
Yeah. Okay. So number one for me is
no. We do it different now. You don't need to. Okay, so the audience voted, and then the panel moved a few things. So this is where it stands right now. Number 1 is James Bond news. Number 2 is the Odyssey first image with
James Bond
Matt
belongs
Damon.
to America now. We bought him.
Number 3, James Gunn meets with Zack, and number 4, the monkey. Now, so this is what the audience and the panel has decided so far. You can move something up or move something down or leave it as is. So if you think James Gunn meets with Zack is more important, you should move it back up. You can I didn't mean to say should. You could move it back up to number 2, or you could leave it as is. Go ahead, Taladia.
Okay, I'm putting James Gunn back up to number 2. Okay, that's without a shadow of a doubt, because here's the thing. Even though it's a picture, it could mean a number of things.
Or nothing.
Or nothing, but it could mean a number of things. But it does show that at least there's there's something there to see that ahead of DC is actually reaching out to Zack and to say some nice things, because the last time
he did say nice things. He did. That's facts.
Yeah, because the last time WB did something like that where they had a picture with Zack and stuff, it was, Justice League, right? Round about that time period, and that's a long time ago.
Okay. Thank you, Taladia. So it's now, I'll recap for Senior Nerd. Last but not least, Senior Nerd. So the number 1 is James Bond news. Number 2, Taladia just moved James Gunn meets with Zack back up. He thinks it's important. It could be something, could be nothing. I think anyone saying with certainty either way is full of shit. No offense, Sean and Joe. I think you don't know. It could be nothing, but it could be. So they could say, "Hey, you want to do a DC Elseworlds?" Zack said he wants to do something like that. I honestly, as much a fan, I think Zack, if he did something for James Gunn, it wouldn't be restoring the Snyderverse. It'd be something different that he could do, completely original thing, or different take. I mean, so James Gunn meets with Zack as number 2, Senior Nerd. Number 3 is the Odyssey picture. And number 4 is the monkey. Do you want to move anything or leave it as is? Senior Nerd. Were you paying attention?
Is there a 5th? Is there a 5th?
No, there's not a 5th. The 5th is the honorable mention. We'll decide after you vote. We'll vote on something as an honorable mention.
I have an honorable mention.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's the next round. So for this one, I'll go with. So if I don't honorable mention, but for this list, I'll go with. Number 1 to me is the James Bond news.
Okay,
so that was a mess. So
does not. Okay, so you agree with that. Number 2, do you think it should still be James Gunn meets with Zack, or move down a peg?
Yeah, move that down.
Move down.
No. You influenced him, Perp.
Yeah, you influenced him, Pep. Yeah,
I did.
All right, that's all right.
What do you mean influenced me? I say it's nothing, Burger.
No, I did. I did the Jedi thing. I did the Jedi thing. I did the Jedi thing. You didn't realize it. I did that.
All right. Okay, thank you. We finally have a vote. Now you could say your honorable mention. Go ahead, Senior Nerd. You go first. What's your honorable mention for the week? People should be considering this for number 5. You said you had something. Go ahead. We don't want that air here.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Okay, that is good. I saw some images that they're doing some interesting things.
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man had its season finale this week, the 2 episodes.
Okay.
We were talking shit about this cartoon, Max, with the animation and the trailer and the voice actor who voiced Spider-Man say like I thought it was going to be woke and annoying. I was like, oh god, your Friendly Spider-Man might be the best Spider-Man anime series since Spectacular Spider-Man.
Really?
It's so good.
Okay. It's
shockingly good. It's keep going.
What I saw on X got me really excited. I was like, oh wow, I should give this a shot. Okay, so I'm glad to hear that, Senior Nerd. Thank you. I'm trying to keep us a little bit on time now.
It has the best.
I'll go even further. I'll go even further. I'll say it's the best animated Spider-Man show since Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Okay.
Sure.
Perp had a.
It might be the.
Okay.
I had an honorable mention, but
okay, go ahead.
James Watkins, to speak no evil, that will direct Clayface as a rumor.
Okay, that's a good honorable mention. I think Perp had one about possible director for Sergeant Rock.
Luca Guadagnino.
Okay,
Caught
Sean,
wearing a DC shirt today on social media.
That's something. That's something for sure.
That's
Sean,
something.
you don't have to do honorable mention if you have something you want to bring to the audience attention or the panel's attention. Sure, go ahead.
I mean, I don't think that the Hollywood Reporter cover of Blake Lively, the drawing of her, you know, fighting with Justin Baldoni, that's kind of rocking the last, you know, 7-8 hours. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been following that drama, but that's really it caused Blake Lively to call out the Hollywood Reporter and
really
PR people go after them and say it was in poor taste for them to do this thing and blah 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 blah. And the Hollywood Reporter's eating it up. They're eating their cake right now. But I will say, you know, going back to the Snyder Gunn thing, I was thinking Snyder was there to teach Gunn what lens to use in the final.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what he might have been there for. That's for Donovan. Okay.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
My honorable mention that I know is not going to get any votes is Samurai Pizza Cats game, a new video game, and there's also a great beat 'em up. Yes, Samurai Pizza Cats is making a new video game. It's a animated series. I don't have it ready.
Samurai Pizza Cat.
Come on, I love beat 'em ups. I need a good one.
I gotta find it then. But I will not even vote for my honorable mention. I'm actually going to agree with Senior Nerd and Joe. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's great. That it's a great Spider-Man series. So I'm going with that.
I need to watch that. I watched the first episode.
Does anyone else want to go?
I have an honorable mention, but give me a second to get it together.
Okay. Sure.
No, keep talking. I'll be ready in a second.
Anyone else? Perp, are you voting on the honorable mention? Are you going with your own, or are you going with someone else? That's the Sergeant Rock isn't official yet now, but your Friendly Spider-Man finale is official. It came out.
But the James Watkins one is
season 2 is greenlighted. Okay, so, and then one of the writers reveals that Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, is going to be in season 2.
Cool. Okay, I actually could show this until Joe is ready, and then we're going to move on to some flick chart for 10-15 minutes, and then end the show. Thank you, Sean, for being available and in Perp. Joe, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I actually got to head out, but it's good to have you back.
Same. Yeah, I got to head out as well. I just thought to come in and quickly do my bit for the To The Max. So
okay. Well, I think we agreed on the honorable mention, even though we had some other ones in there that pretty much 3 out of the 6 said that we should check out Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
All right. My honorable mention's ready. Ryan Reynolds posted this image of Paul Fusco, creator of Alf and Alft, earlier this week, which indicates that we may be getting a new round of Mint Mobile ads starring Alf. Alf did a bunch of Mint Mobile ads last year, and it looks like we're getting more. So
I think Ryan Reynolds would be perfect for an Alf reboot too.
Yeah, it's not the TV series though. Like we'd like to get an Alf revival series, but it's something. Alf is back and makes me happy. So that's
he needs to get his face off the Mint Mobile because of all the stuff that's going on with Blake and all that. It's a lot of stuff. And I think that the choice to bring back Alf is great.
Did Alf ever actually eat a cat, Joe?
No,
Before you go Perp?
No. It's like feels like it's bruised. I think it's because I fucked with it.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Perp. You should go because I hear your conversation.
Yeah, he's such.
By the way, the most watched video on my channel is still my interview with Paul Fusco. So
awesome.
That's great, man.
Okay, awesome. So anyway, I'm heading out as well. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Thanks a lot, Talati. You were here for like 5 minutes. Thanks
well,
for nothing. I'm just kidding, Talati. I love you, bro.
Hey, I'll be back probably next week from the beginning.
All right, cool.
Bye.
We'll just play a few minutes of Flick Chart and then we'll end it here. Go check out Sean, who, if you don't know, you might actually really like his politics coverage. He's getting political on his channel. He feels like he needs to do it. And I listen to a lot of political. Did you see his stuff, Joe? You might like it.
I have not, but I gotta ask Sean. I want to see if we're in agreement here. Are you still on X?
No.
Would you agree that it's not right to be supporting a destructive billionaire who's destroying our country just because it's boring on Blue Sky?
No, I'm not even on Blue Sky. I got off all the most of it. I mean, yeah, it's all because what happens is you get into, because I'm an independent, you get into one talking point, like one perspective, and then you're going to another perspective. So you're going from one end to the other. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like left wing, right wing, same bird.
I usually try not to say what political party I belong to because I figure, people know.
People know, Joe.
Well, that's now I'm advertising it because I think it gives what I'm saying more weight. I am a lifelong Republican, former Republican elected official. So when I tell you that Trump is the devil, this is coming from a Republican. So hopefully people take me more seriously.
It's very easy to tell the way you lean now, Joe.
Well, both
people might know that you were a former Republican, though. They might not.
My father-in-law is a Republican and hates Trump. So I mean, there's a lot of people out there that, but the ultra right would call him a rhino because he was a Reagan, Republican. So,
I always say Reagan, Bush, and all the Bushes and John McCain. None of these guys would have voted for Trump. So.
No,
he's not. He's not reflective of the party.
No,
definitely check out Sean. I'm actually going to show your video page real quick so people could see the variety of content. You're doing entertainment. Are you having some success with these videos?
It's just some of them. Like I had one on Elon Musk hit like 1,500 views or something that. But my shorts are
doing garbage.
No, that was just the thumbnail was like deceiving. Where I said hot garbage, but
the world is ending. Wow, look at that. That's pretty. Woo.
Yeah, that was my world is ending. But I think that like my channel, like it's been evolving because, of course I talk film and TV, but like we have these platforms, and if you don't voice an opinion on something, and the fact that I've had people in my comment section, stay in your lane, and I'm going, no, but I'm an American. I'm an American, like first, like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm an American. So I have concerns.
I will say this, I'm not going to go political, but I enjoy your content. But I would say more so now than ever, it's hard to say, don't do politics because it's in everything.
Yeah.
Everything's brought into the conversation. The culture war is in everything. I think the culture war, me personally, I don't want to engage in the culture war because I think it's a distraction for politicians on both sides not to do anything for the American people.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like look over here and talk about trans people, and while I do this crap over here, look over here while I'm over here.
It's a complete distraction. Yeah. It's the most vitriolic sides on both sides about it. And you could say one side's wrong. I understand whatever you think. I understand. I'm saying all of this makes it so these politicians don't have to do the real work that's going to actually impact and make people's lives better, American people. Yeah. And I think we're all suffering on all sides because of this nonsense.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've got a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine. He works in production for Health and Human Services. And we've been texting back and forth just today because news broke that Elon Musk sent out an email through their HR that by Monday you have to say 5 bullet points of what you did last week to justify your job.
And they're going to fire him anyway.
He literally, and he's a veteran, he's a disabled veteran, and he he drives a Tesla Model 3, he's a big Elon Musk fan. And now, like, the conversations we're having in text, and we've been friends since we're 16 years old. The conversations we're having, he's just like, dude, this guy is just destroying everything. And he's like, I still love SpaceX. And he wants to leave Health and Human Services, where he does video production, and go work for NASA. But, you know, now, like, you can't move anywhere because he's been in his one position for over a decade. And if you move now, you're considered a probationer. If he goes down to NASA or to Florida, they could fire him as soon as he gets there. So, but he, you know, even being a disabled veteran, they're treating him like crap. And he voted for Trump, and he voted for all of this because he was a big culture war. You know, they're pushing the trans, they're pushing this, and that was driving him insane. And so now he's voted against his own self-interests, and it's really coming to roost. And, you know, I feel bad because he's my best friend, literally since we're 16.
I don't want to like to hear veterans suffering at all.
Yeah,
there's a lot of programs that help veterans out there.
Yeah. Well, when I say disabled, is like there, you know, he tore his ACL jumping out of a Black Hawk helicopter when he was in the military. And, you know, every year your knee doesn't get better. It gets worse, even if you replace it. So your disability increases over time, depending on your percentage. You get evaluated or how disabled you are. He still walks and everything. He's still, you know, he's not on a cane, you know, but this is something they're trying to scale back on, is how much they award disability. So let's say hypothetically he gets a check for $400 a month now for his disability. They want to scale that back, and that's going to hurt a lot of veterans across the board. And that's what they're trying to do right now. And the devil is always in the details with these things. And it's one thing to like, Republicans are always fiscally conservative, and I'm fiscally conservative. I wish that they would tighten up and cut the fat, but you don't cut the fat on the veteran. You cut the fat on Boeing, that's charging $45 for a bolt that goes on a plane, when you know it doesn't cost $45 for that bolt. Like, you know, you always hear the stuff about $100 for a hammer, and they order millions of hammers at $100 a pop. And yeah, that's what you go after. You don't go after veterans' benefits. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse.
I think
again,
we all agree on that, regardless of what your politics are. Veterans,
yeah. You can actually cut the budget substantially, but you don't do it at the cost of the people that went to war for you.
Yes.
And I'll also say, since you brought up the culture war does not exist. There is no culture war.
It definitely exists.
It is. It's like the war on Christmas. It's one
Whether
of the
you think it's a valid criticism or not.
No, it's not real. It's not real. It was made up by Fox News. If you know, seriously, go back, look at every bit of entertainment you've ever enjoyed. Like they say, Star Trek went woke. I'm sorry. It had the first interracial kiss. It put a black woman on the bridge of the Enterprise. This is what Star Trek always was. Go back to Norman Lear in the 70s, where Maude was having the first abortion on TV. This is what the entertainment has always been, but they've tried to turn it into, they're changing our entertainment to push.
Whether you think the people's opinions are valid or not, Joe, whether you think the culture war is bullshit or not, it does exist. It does impact the bottom line of these productions.
It exists. It exists only because they say it exists.
Well,
it's impacting like productions. There's a reason Disney's made changes, whether you agree with that or not. There's a reason for it.
Well, they've made changes because they're afraid of the retaliation.
Right. Retaliation, boycotting is actually a thing now.
You see what's happened. You see what's happened to Coca-Cola.
Yes.
The boycott has crippled them to the point where I walked into the grocery store today, and a 12-pack is $6. Just a few weeks ago, before the boycott, a 12-pack was $11.99, and they cut it down. Oh, you didn't hear what happened? Well, first of all, the CEO for Coke did a special edition Trump Coke, Diet Coke with it was a commemorative thing. He presented it to him. You know what he did the next week? They fired all their migrant workers, and then called ICE on them when they got into the parking lot. They were picked up by ICE, and Mexico and all Mexican heritage, they have boycotted Coca-Cola because, one, Coca-Cola, they make the Mexican Coca-Cola in the United States in the glass bottle. It's made with cane sugar because they don't believe in the high fructose corn syrup. So they are crippling Coke. across the country in the last couple of weeks, to the point
It's
where
like
they
it's like
they
a
are
new Bud Light
cutting
on the opposite side.
on the opposite side.
Well, now I bought Bud Light when that happened. I like Coke more than Pepsi's, but I'm not going out of my way to buy Coke right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm glad I'm a
yeah.
Pepsi drinker.
Yeah, and Pepsi's been enjoying it because they've been on their TikTok account doing fun stuff like, hey, we're not having any problems over here,
This is what I mean. Even that is a culture war topic. Coke is a culture war topic. You're saying it's bullshit, Joe. You're wrong.
Well, but here's the thing:
the
culture wars.
Culture war. You saying don't go in the X is a culture war topic too. These are all things.
Well, when you look at the debunked trans stuff, you heard there were 550,000 athletes in the NCAA, and they talked to the president of that, and they said how many are transgender, and they said 5 or 6 that they can think of. Out of 550,000, that's a 0.0001% something. It's not even a percent, not even a half a percent. And so, like, when you see them, how heavily they push this stuff, spending $215 million in ads in the last 2 weeks of the campaign, all pushing the trans stuff. They're coming for your kids. And my daughter goes to school. She's 5. She's in pre-K, but other kids are going to school. They're not getting transgender reassignment and coming home.
No.
That day. You can't do that. You can't do a surgery.
This is an interesting conversation, but I will put a pin on it and go check out Sean's channel. And actually, I would love to see Sean and Joe do a video on some of these topics too, to get Joe.
I would love it because again, like, people want to pigeonhole me.
Yeah.
I'm fiscally conservative, but I lean left with social programs, and because I think that there's a balance, and I'm not the crazy left that people think, and so yeah.
All right, so that would be amazing. Go support Sean and support my pal Joe and Senior Nerd. Senior Nerd's been so patient. Thank you, Senior Nerd. We'll do a few of these because it's getting a little bit later. So this is real easy. It's flick chart. You pick one or the other. If you go ahead, Senior Nerd. Kiss of the Dragon. That's what you're on. Can you explain? Can you explain the context for the people what you're doing now? I know, but some people don't know what you're doing. You got a bunch of DVDs. You could say why and what you're doing. You're watching a movie each day with your DVD collection.
Okay. So my neighbors, they moved out and they have a large DVD collection. So I took them all, and then and then it started in the new year. I'm watching each movies.
That's great.
That's great.
One DVD each day.
Is there the whole time problems? Any skips or stuff? Or they?
But the thing is, because these are not didn't play because they messed up the.
I'm sorry.
Equilibrium is so good.
These DVDs here, I was gonna watch it today, and I was gonna watch this today. This I know is gonna be crap because
I haven't seen that. I've always wanted to see it.
Remake. I hate the remake. And I was so.
Dude, Equilibrium is such a good movie.
Mm-hmm. I rewatched it recently on VHS, and it's better than I remember. Yeah. Amazing. All right, so we'll go with Joe first if you're ready, Joe. Yeah, so AI versus The Departed. Yeah. What you think is the better one?
I'd go with The Departed.
Departed. Okay. Senior Nerd. What would you go with, AI?
I don't care what everybody says. I love the Departed, but I don't care what everybody says. AI was fantastic. Okay. The ending killed me. The ending crushes me. I was crying. I was teary-eyed with the ending, but The Departed is it's a better movie.
What is this?
I'm going with The Departed.
Who is this? Clown of CJH, you're back? Did you want to vote on this?
AI, artificial intelligence.
You're an AI CJH? Oh my God.
Where's America? Where's the America Heck Yeah guy today? America guy. He's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. See, Sean, what would you say?
The Departed. The Departed, such a great movie. I mean, AI's okay, it's good, you know, it is what it is. But The Departed, the twists at the end were just like, I just remember watching it in the theater and my mouth hit the floor when the elevator doors opened. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah.
I think these are both amazing movies. I want to revisit The Departed. I would actually go AI because we almost didn't get this movie. It was what Stanley Kubrick was working on. I love the other stuff with movie industry of how movies come to be made. And it was great that Steven Spielberg picked this up where Stanley Kubrick was working on it for so long. It's not the most amazing movie ever, but I really enjoy it. And this poster looks horrible, though. I don't like the poster. But I also want to revisit that, but I would definitely go AI. I think Departed won, though. Oh, wait. Did you Clown of Enemy? Did you go AI too? And then I think Joe, Senior Nerd, and Sean went Departed. Yeah. So Departed won.
One thing I really like on Flickchart is very often they use my buddy Dave Perillo's artwork on the posters.
That's cool. He does great art. And Joe, I gotta make a plan to visit you next. You and Larry. Okay, so we'll do like three or four more of these. Pulp Fiction versus Superbad. I think Pulp Fiction is the better movie, but honestly, I would pick Superbad. I would rather rewatch that right now. Superbad was a great movie, a lot of fun. I'm sorry if that hurts anyone's feelings that I would pick Superbad over Pulp Fiction, but that's what I'm going with. Sean?
I'm going Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. Look, Michael Cera, I can't watch that guy.
Really?
I don't give a shit. Like Superbad was a good movie. It was a one-off for me. I've seen it one time. I laughed. I had a good time with it. But Michael Cera, I can't. But Pulp Fiction, oh my God, all-star cast. And it's the best, hands down, Tarantino film ever made, period. Everything else is
I can respect that
compared to that movie. So,
all right. Senior Nerd, what are you going with? Pulp Fiction or Superbad? I think Senior Nerd's on a delay on his laptop. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Can he hear us?
We'll go with Joe next until Senior Nerd figures out his.
I'm going to go with Pulp Fiction 2, and I agree with Sean on Michael Cera, but I will say this for Superbad. Michael Cera kind of sucks. But it is the film that introduced most of the world to Emma Stone, Oscar winner Emma Stone.
Oh,
Michael Cera's awesome in Arrested Development and Scott Pilgrim.
Wasn't McLovin in this movie too? Right?
Yeah, McLovin.
He didn't do anything with his career.
I actually got to revisit Jackie Brown. I thought people don't like Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown's terrible.
The best part of Scott Pilgrim is Brandon Routh. When Brandon Routh's explaining that, he's like, I'm going to turn you into dust for the maid to clean on Monday. You're like, what? And he's like, 'cause she has the weekend off. She doesn't come back until Monday.
CJH, what are you picking? If you're going to
Superbad.
Okay, so it's a tie. So chat, is it going to be Pulp Fiction or Superbad? Pulp Fiction or Superbad? The first vote gets it. Who that breaks the tie? We have a tie here. Come on, chat. Don't leave us hanging here. Michael Cera over Jesse Eisenberg.
I thought Michael Cera and Jesse Eisenberg are the same person.
Eisenberg has generally made better movies, though.
Like he has.
Zombieland, Adventureland.
I'm getting ready to see that new one that he did with the one of the Culkin.
Oh yeah,
that looks good, but it looks depressing. So I told the wife, I said, "Can we wait on that one a little bit?" When there's a Holocaust.
All right, so the chat is leaving us hanging. I'm just going to go with Pulp Fiction because that's the critical acclaim. Highly critical acclaim over Superbad. So
dude, before we do that, so everybody in this chat right now or whatever, give us a quotable line from Pulp Fiction.
True, it has a lot more.
Dude, Zed's dead. What's my wallet? The one that says bad motherfucker on it. Bring out the gimp. I mean, you could go on and on and on with classic lines.
My favorite is
you
actually
can't do that with Superbad.
One of my favorites actually from a deleted scene. It's not even in the movie. It's the part in Pulp Fiction, the deleted scene where she's explaining the difference between an Elvis man and a Beatles man.
Oh, like, I don't remember that.
She's like, she asked him, are you an Elvis man or a Beatles man? She goes, a Beatles man could like Elvis and an Elvis man could like the Beatles, but eventually you just have to make a choice. And he says he's an Elvis man. And that scene gets cut, but later in the movie, when they pull up at Jack Rabbit's Slibs, she says an Elvis man should love it because he's in that deleted scene. He said he was an Elvis man. Now I've turned that as an 80s kid into you're either a Cyndi Lauper or a Madonna. You know?
Oh yeah.
Minecraft the movie toy? Oh my god, that's literally just Jack Black. Steve.
Yeah.
That's real. It's real.
I know it's real.
Don't be
Square.
I mean, come on, like you can't do any of that with Superbad. You can't.
Well, I did Pulp Fiction because I don't know what happened to the chat. The chat wanted to see what happened. If we get to a tie and the chat doesn't respond, I'm going to go with a higher critic. Okay, so this is actually really hard for me. I really like Jim Carrey. I do not like Ace Ventura. I hate that movie. I do not like The Mask. The Cable Guy and Liar Liar are some of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. Besides Dumb and Dumber, that would also be in there. The Cable Guy is really, really dark comedy. I would go with The Cable Guy for me. Ben Stiller directed. I remember first watching it. I wasn't sure if I liked it, and then I revisiting. I love that movie. So that's my pick, Sean.
Yeah, I would revisit The Cable Guy because it is a dark, dark film and it's twisted. And the fact that he talks like this,
yes.
Like Dumb and Dumb or Liar Liar. That's the one, right? That's the poster, Liar Liar. Yeah, I mean, it's classic Jim Carrey, but he took a risk with Cable Guy. Plus, it was the first movie he got paid $20 million to do. But he
really
said he ended up with
Cable Guy script was a horror movie. Ooh,
I mean, you could tell. You could
tell.
Yeah.
It was a stalker. I mean,
Yeah. Joe?
I am not a fan of Jim Carrey in comedies. I like him in dramatic films. Like my favorite Jim Carrey movie is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Wow.
But I don't think he's funny. Of these two, I don't really like either movie, but Cable Guy does have one laugh out loud scene. And that's when Ben Stiller, they're doing the Melendez brothers trial, and Ben Stiller's playing the twins, and they're playing the audio tape.
Yes.
And he's like, they were talking in Asian language. They were talking Asian. It was Asian. That's the funniest part in the whole movie. I love that. So I'll go Cable Guy.
I like the karaoke scene in that.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was great.
CGH.
Liar Liar.
Liar Liar. Senior Nerd, and we'll do two more after this and one to show.
The Cable Guy is so underrated.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel like it should have been like, it's kind of like the Riddler. The Riddler should have been Batman Forever. Because he was playing like almost like an obsessed guy who wants the guy he's obsessed with to like him. Kind of like how Riddler was, like he wants Bruce Wayne to like him. It drove him crazy when Bruce Wayne rejected him.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But I thought Cable Guy was great.
Now keep in mind, I like Jim Carrey's movies. I don't like the Ace Ventura or The Mask. I think there's worse stuff. But he's someone I would never really care to meet in real life. He's probably a gigantic a-hole in real life from stories I've heard, like on Man on the Moon and stuff. He seems like a dick.
Do you know what he did? You know where he really lost my respect? When he made the movie Kick-Ass 2 and then wouldn't promote it in the press because he said he didn't believe in like gun violence, so he wasn't going to promote the movie.
But he's in the movie.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Did you give your check back? You cashed the check, right?
That was a huge cringy.
If he came out and was like, I'm going to donate my check from this movie to these charities, like I'd be like, okay, cool. You're taking a stand and you're standing by it. But he didn't do that. He just was like, oh, I got paid, but I'm not going to promote this movie. I'm like, get out of here.
That's weird. It's a weird virtue signal.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm better than this.
Well, we also don't know what was going on in that guy's, because he went through some really weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he dated Jane McCarthy. Remember?
Yeah. Well, and then his one girlfriend died.
You wouldn't.
His one girlfriend committed suicide.
Oh, maybe it was after that he.
And he was a pallbearer at her funeral. I mean, he went through some shit.
Charlotte's right. Charlotte's right. He doesn't seem to, and by the way, Charlotte Nightstar, the werewolf, love her. Great viewer, wonderful person. But she's absolutely right. He's not the same anymore. I don't think he seems different.
Fair enough. So I think the cable guy won. We'll do 2 more here. We'll go with Senior Nerd first. And Glorious Bastards versus Cars. Senior Nerd.
I do hate Cars, man. People give shit. Say that. This is when the Pixar went downhill. I disagree. I really love Cars. Good.
It's just Pixar going mass market. Like Pixar's always been mass market, but even going more so. You know.
I think the sequel it hurts it. Like making Nader the focus. It's like no, he's better as like a supporting character than the main focus. Yes, I know. Cars is basically Doc Holliday. Yes, but kids didn't see Doc Holliday. It's for kids. Kids didn't see the was it Michael J. Fox? That's not in Doc Hollywood.
Okay, timing, Senior. Come on.
Okay, the Cars. I'm picking Cars over Glorious Bastards.
Okay, CGH. We'll do one more after this. CGH, are you still there?
Yes, Inglourious Bastards.
Okay. Is that what you call us Americans? I don't know.
Probably.
Joe?
I'm going Inglourious Bastards, but I do want to say I love that Cars poster. I've never seen that poster before, but that's a really cool teaser poster.
Yeah.
The parking space.
Sean?
I hated Inglourious Bastards. So other than the one scene with Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, that scene was
the
amazing.
Rest of the movie. I don't like re-envisionist Hollywood. Like I didn't like Once Upon a Time in America. I don't like this. I don't like that they did the thing with Hitler and the way they kill it because it didn't happen that way in real life. Just like I hated the Manson twist with the It's just I don't like re-envisionist like history. Doesn't
Tarantino loves that.
Yeah, I know he's an idiot, and but makes more money than me. But he's an idiot. But I like the Cars, the first Cars, because it was one of the last movies Paul Newman ever worked on.
That's true.
And in the beginning, when they first show the race, it looked like some of those shots look like a real NASCAR. They did such a good job.
No, people don't underestimate the special effects in that. We're pushing it.
Yeah. And then to have some like Richard Petty, I think it was Richard Petty or Kyle Petty, and a couple others came out as the announcers.
It was like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr., all the best. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
It was great. It was great because they pulled together they just executed that movie perfectly. Mater was great, but Paul Newman, you know.
Oh, I love Cars. I love Cars. It's just fun. Does it have it all like the social commentary or make you think like some of the Pixar movies? No, it's just flat out fun.
Just fun.
And kids love it.
Yeah.
You know.
I will say this for Inglourious Bastards. My favorite Tarantino movie is not directed by Quentin Tarantino. My favorite Tarantino movie is True Romance.
True Romance. He wrote
it, and Tony Scott directed it. But Inglourious Bastards, one of the characters, Donnie the Jew Bear Donowitz, is the grandfather of the movie producer Lee Donowitz from True Romance. So there's a connection between Inglourious Bastards and True Romance.
I didn't know that.
Do you know that character was supposed to be Adam Sandler? He was supposed to play the Jew Bear.
Yeah.
As I couldn't see it. Because I seen when he was bashing the Nazi's head, I was like, he was scary. I was like, did Adam Sandler do that?
Well, just like Jim Carrey, though, Adam Sandler's very good in dramatic roles. Look at Punch Drunk Love or Reign Over Me.
Oh, and for me, I don't like Adam Sandler except in his dramatic roles. I cannot stand him when he's doing comedy, but when he does the dramatic roles,
make your hair smooth.
He's fantastic.
No, but I couldn't see him. I thought Eli Roth was perfect for that role.
All right, so I think Cars actually won it. Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll do this last one.
Oh, there's no contest, man.
Come on. Pick another one, Max.
Against War of the World, against Goonies?
When you say no contest, which one though?
Goonies.
Oh,
I would actually
go with
War of the Worlds.
What? What?
You guys are insane.
Wait. What, Joe? What are you saying?
I said I wouldn't go with Goonies.
Me either. I like Goonies, but that War of the Worlds, Steven Spielberg with Tom Cruise, it was amazing.
It's good. It's underrated. It's good.
I love it. I love that scenes where he's running in through the crowd. It's so good.
Don't get me wrong. I'm as much of a gooner as the next guy, but I'm more of a squatter.
I'd rather see a period piece, though.
All right. Well, I'll put something else against Goonies.
War of the Worlds.
That's weird. I'm not that.
Oh, The Hunt for Red October. Oh, that would be tough.
That's a good one.
You're skipping all the good ones.
Let's do this one.
You're trying to rig it for the Goonies.
Yeah, he's trying to rig it.
No,
you had like 3 movies I would have picked over the Goonies. And then
all right, I will start. I would go Bad Boys. Bad Boys. I didn't watch till recently. I think I watched the second one back in the day. I just watched this on VHS. This is an amazing movie. I love the Bad Boys franchise. I enjoy the Goonies, but I don't go crazy for it like people do. Like I'm like, there's movies from the era I love, but Goonies was always just like it's okay to me. It's like
so you're not a gooner then.
I want to read.
Be careful what you say on the internet, Joe.
No,
if you call yourself a gooner.
No, you told me what was supposed to mean, and I took it back. Gooners are Goonies fans now, and I am a hardcore original gooner, but it's not as good as War of the Worlds.
All right, so I would go Bad Boys, Sean.
I mean, I've got to go with Goonies. I mean, I like the Bad Boy films. I haven't seen the new one because the last one, the third one I thought the ending was so stupid where spoiler alert, he meets his son and then says, "Hey, we're going to let you off and if you can come help us with a case." And I was like, what? He killed your captain that you had for all these years. I don't care if he's your son. He murdered people and you're going to be like, "Hey, it's all forgiven. Here's a pardon. Come help us with this next case." I was like, that's just stupid. That's such some Fast and Furious crap. Like, you can't make Jason Statham a bad guy who kills all these cops. And then all of a sudden, like, him and The Rock are like, "Hey, I'm an FBI guy and you killed all these FBI guys and cops and now you're going to be our friend." It's like, what? How you don't forgive people for that shit. So yeah, the Bad Boys, it was good, but Goonies, I got to go with that love,
Okay.
I'm a big Goonies fan.
Joe.
I've never seen any of the Bad Boys sequels. I've only seen the original. But I heard because the new Bad Boys 4, they were talking about it on the How Did This Get Made podcast. So apparently the last 2 have included witches and ghosts. Like the fourth one has ghosts in it and the third one had witches in it. So I may have to catch up with these now because it sounds like they're getting weird. But no, I'm going Goonies. Though I will say the big question always is Goonies or Monster Squad, and Monster Squad's better than the Goonies.
Oh, I like Monster Squad better.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch Monster Squad till Joe kept harassing me with it.
But you know what? People always compare Goonies and Monster Squad because they're very similar. But you know what? Both of them have Mary Ellen Trainor in the cast. She is the mom in both movies.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that.
CGH.
War of the Worlds.
Well, it's not.
This is.
I agree. War of the Worlds and Men in Black 2.
Okay, so your vote is null and void because it's not on the table anymore. Okay, Senior Nerd.
Yeah. Goonies.
Okay, Goonies wins it.
Goonies never say die.
Only because you rigged the game, though, Max.
I will say Bad Boys.
Well, let's do this one. This is
better
a good
than
one
Bad Boys 1. Bad Boys 2 is better than Bad Boys 1.
This is a good one. Senior Nerd. Well, this will be the last one. Senior, go ahead.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Hang on.
Hang on? Did you ask me to hold on? We're in a live stream, bro.
No, I said I don't know, man, because honestly, I'm not a big fan of Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's my least favorite Mel Brooks movie.
Did you have a brownie?
You wait. You over Dracula Dead and Loving It? I would say that's the weakest Mel Brooks movie.
I didn't see that.
Okay.
I didn't see that. So
this is against Waterboy, though. Senior Nerd.
Waterboy is also like my least favorite Adam Sandler comedy. People say,
oh, well, you gotta pick one. The object.
Okay, the one. Okay, the one with
oh my god,
the one with the big show, the Waterboy.
Okay, CGH.
He played Captain Insane.
I don't know. The Waterboy, I guess.
All right, Joe.
I hate the Waterboy. I'm going with Men in Tights. Although,
we'll always pick Men in Tights.
You know what the best line of Men in Tights is? When the mime is trying to entertain Richard Lewis and they're going to kill him, and Richard Lewis goes, "Wait, a mime is a terrible thing to waste."
Yes. Sean?
I honestly, I saw Robin Hood Men in Tights in the theater when it first came out. I've never seen it since. I couldn't tell you
It grows on you.
any of the scenes in the movie.
Dave Chappelle's in it too.
Yeah,
And Dave Chappelle was in it. But I don't like Adam Sandler, and The Water Boy is not. I mean, if I'm gonna go back and rewatch something, I'm gonna go with Robin Hood Men in Tights. I probably need to see that again.
It gets funnier. I wasn't sure at the first time, and then I keep rewatching it. It's really funny. I would go Robin Hood Men in Tights. I've been trying to look. I actually found this on VHS, the cover, and it was Aladdin inside the. It was Aladdin. So I really want. So I still haven't found this on VHS yet.
The other thing is the Men in Tights song that they sing. It is the exact same song as Jews in Space from History of the World Part 1. They just changed the words.
Oh wow.
All right. So that took a while to say, but that wraps it up. We're not doing that. And Mars Attacks.
Oh, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, Mars Attacks wins.
All right. We'll do this. No, hell no. Pinocchio is so much better than Mars Attacks. No. Mars Attacks is garbage.
Get out of here.
The special effects, I have it. I got it free on VHS. I rewatched it to give it
It was the last good Tim Burton movie until
I cannot stand the argument that it's intentionally bad. I hate that argument about
movies. It's not intentionally bad. It's intentionally great.
It's like
Pinocchio was good for 1940, but I've tried to watch it with my daughter, and she loses interest in about 30 seconds. So
Mars Attacks is not good though.
Mars Attacks is a classic.
Why are you making it seem like that's a fact?
It's not a fact. It's my strong opinion that it's horrible.
Funniest part of Mars Attacks is when they're shooting everyone and they're firing the lasers, and it comes through with the translator and goes rat, 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 and it goes, "Don't run, we come in peace. We mean you know."
I don't understand when people like this movie.
They had no intention.
I would pick Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton over Mars Attacks.
They had no intention on. That's blasphemy. But
that's Planet of the Apes. Tim Burton was awful.
Yeah,
it was great.
The special effect makeup was great.
Yeah, that's what I love.
But Mark Wahlberg,
I would still watch it any day of the week.
I don't mind him. It's just movie.
I mean, I could try. I could try to give Mars Attacks a third. I own it.
One of the best things about Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes was the feud it caused with Kevin Smith. Yeah. Do you remember this? Because Kevin Smith did a Chasing Amy comic where he had Jay thought that apes were taking over the world, and they show the Lincoln Memorial, and it's got an ape head. And at the end of Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes, he does that exact same thing. And Kevin Smith said, "You stole that from my comic book." And Tim Burton came back and said, "I don't read comics." And then Kevin Smith fired back, "Yeah, we know. We saw Batman."
Okay, I love Batman 89, but that was a funny jab. That was fucking funny.
Wow.
Look,
I didn't know that. That's good knowledge.
All right.
So Mars Attacks wins.
Okay, Senior, did you vote?
Yes, Mars Attack. Screw you, man. This is awesome.
Screw me? I don't understand this. Listen. I know people say that. I don't undernd. It's not.
I'm not saying it's Tim Burton's best, but it's better than Pinocchio.
All right.
He's gonna rig the vote again.
I'm not. Whatever. Oh, there's no whatever.
Oh, yes. Indiana Jones.
Runaway Bride wins.
No. All right. So I really think you should go check out Sean. If you disagree with him, just be polite. And his hot takes on especially politics, but interesting. I think you're going to have success there, Sean.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I think you should do more.
I will say that Donovan, who is in your chat, just will write the longest monologues, and he gets so frustrated, especially with the James Gunn stuff, and he'll write these long monologues, and I never reply to him. Because I'll reply to everyone else in the thread except to him, and just leave him.
I love Donovan,
and because I just live rent free in his head.
I got one viewer on my channel who writes these big long posts in reply to my videos, but they're never in reply to the video. Like, I'll make a video like, here's my review of the new Blu-ray of Constantine. And I'll get this long thing about some animated movie he watched. Like, hey, have you seen this? It's a great animated film from 1970. I think it's one of the best. And he's always talking about cartoons, but his comments are never about the topic of the video. And I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
All right. Well, go check out Sean. Go check out Joe. CGH
videos too.
Yeah, Joe or CGH makes videos too. Mainly posts, but sometimes videos. Oh my God, your posts.
YouTube rewards
Bullshit.
Posts.
I don't care who said that. They're wrong.
I've been using my posts section where they changed it from community to posts as my new Twitter.
I've been releasing shorts as my new Twitter.
So your take is wrong, Max.
Okay, whatever.
hey,
I don't care.
Can I just throw something out there to the public?
No, you can't. I'm ending the show.
I want to throw something out there to the public.
Throw it out there.
If anyone's in the New Jersey area and is going to be attending New Jersey Horror Con 1 week from today, look for me. I'm going to be at New Jersey Horror Con hanging out, and I'm going to meet Roger Bart, who was famously the singing voice of Hercules in Disney's Hercules. But I'm going to meet him because he played Doc Brown on Broadway in Back to the Future, the musical. And but I'll be there all day. So if you are in Edison, New Jersey, I think it is, at the New Jersey Horror Con next week, look for me. I'll be there. I'm hard to miss. I'm really big.
Cool. That's awesome. Please vlog about it. Vlog a little bit. I know you're doing less content, but
Joe, you live in Jersey or?
I'm in Philadelphia.
Oh, you're in Philly. Okay, yo.
Yeah.
They're all Eagles fans here at the house because they grew up in Medford, New Jersey. My wife and all her family, so they're big Eagles fans. Anyway, I was born in Jersey City.
I'm close to the town that they filmed my.
No one cares about Canada, CJ.
My wife is from Forked River, New Jersey.
I don't know where that's at.
It's by Tom's River.
Oh, by Tom's River. Okay.
Yeah.
My grandma used to live near the stairs when they did Joker.
Under the stairs? What did you say?
My stairs where the stairs where The Exorcist was, where the guy fell down.
No, my grandma used to live nearby the stairs from Joker when he was dancing.
Oh, those stairs. Okay.
I thought you said he kept grandma under the stairs, and I was like, what the hell?
I thought he was saying his grandma was one of the stars of the people under the stairs.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Max says no one cares about Canada, but we beat you in hockey. So.
No one cares.
Oh, why? It's like, yeah.
I love Canada. I want to visit
I'm
Canada.
glad Canada beat the U.S.
That's like Australia being U.S.
We're all Canadian now.
We're all Canadian right now. Absolutely.
Not necessarily. We'll see what happens. Check out the Sean O'Rourke's channel for the news on that one. All right. Good night, everyone. We'll see you soon. Have a good one. Enjoy some content. Enjoy some entertainment, And
enjoy Mars Attacks.
Actually, I'm thinking about doing a review of that movie. I'm not trying to trick. I'm going to honestly watch it a third time, and I will do a review. And I maybe something will click. I don't think so.
Don't wear out that tape too much.
It's free. No one's wearing out a Mars Attacks tape. Everyone says they like it, but
you know what it is? You don't like comedy. That's your problem. Is you don't appreciate comedy. You call
I know they were trying. I know.
Funny, you're like it's
Joel. We completely disagree on this. Just because they were trying to be funny doesn't mean it is funny. Okay, some comedy doesn't work for some people. Just like James Gunn. When people say, I understand James Gunn's trying to be funny, but they don't like his style of comedy, that's a valid criticism for them.
Yeah, that's me.
Their opinion.
They're
allowed to have that. Some people don't like his style of comedy. I like it. Sometimes it takes a couple takes to enjoy it, like the Suicide Squad. But that you're allowed not to like certain comedy.
James Gunn's just got the mind of a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old. Just wants to do fart jokes, and he's awful.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke. What do you call a country music star with gas? Jolly farting.
Good God, Joe. Good God, Joe. That's the worst joke I've ever heard.
Well, love of Gus in the stream, Max.
Awfully smelly in here.
Cheeseman, I am nuanced here. Zack Snyder does not do humor good because there's barely any humor in his movies. James Gunn.
You made it. Oh my God, you made it.
Granny's peach tea.
That wasn't supposed to be funny. That
It
was
was-
supposed to be
it
a
was-
mind
it-
fuck.
it
Are you
was- it was-
sure?
it
Are you
was
sure?
pee-pee
A
tinkles.
piss jar scene
The
is
jar
supposed to
was
be
filled
funny?
with pee-pee tinkles. Man.
It's not. That wasn't.
That
I
wasn't
believe-
supposed to be funny. I
Is
I
don't
there-
think.
believe the intention was not for gags. There, it was to really mess
She
with
didn't
the.
smell it. How did she not
senator.
smell the
I
piss?
gotta go. I gotta go with funny, and I also have to say, as much as I criticize Zack Snyder, I loved that scene. I laughed out loud at that scene and kept bringing,
Oh my God.
bringing like lemonade to work, marked Granny's peach tea.
That was it was a funny scene, but it was a cringy funny. It wasn't like a James Gunn, 4-year-old fart joke.
Like it wasn't like
See,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
eat
clue
this.
into
I'm
the
gonna-
tea thing.
I'm gonna
I-
swallow all these dicks on an
I was
island to
shocked
save
by the
him, save the
explosion.
world.
That's a good line.
At any point in Suicide Squad, any of those characters could have broken the fourth wall and said, "Pull my finger," and James Gunn would have been,
To be fair, much like
"Hey,
Peacemaker,
Barkley,
I need all,
Barkley,
I need
we
all
had
the
a
dicks on
cameo
the
for you
island
in
if
this,
it saved
Barkley,"
America.
or whatever. Stupid NBA commercial.
I know
Stupid.
James Gunn trying. I know Mars Attacks was intentionally funny and B movie and bad, and it didn't work for me. I understand.
You keep saying bad. It's not supposed to be bad.
You mean it was supposed to be? It was. He was shooting for the moon with the special effects, and
Well,
it
yeah,
wasn't
well,
like.
well, you can't criticize the special
Well,
He
effects.
just
in,
came
in
off
a
of Ed
trauma
Wood.
kind of way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Okay.
Tim Burton.
All right. Mars Attacks review coming soon. Donovan,
It better be.
Jesus
why
Christ.
you allow gun hate on your stream? Donovan,
Jay,
I like James Gunn. He's
We're
allowed to have his
gonna end
opinion.
this stream, guys. It's gonna be 3 hours.
If Sean O'Rourke is wrong and Superman does amazing,
Max, how
Sean
many
O'Rourke
times
still
did you
will have
go
his
to the
opinion.
theater to
I will
watch
own
Solo?
that. But if there is a scene with like Jimmy Olsen getting his hair slicked back in a shower with Superman, then I'll be right.
okay, or Guy Gardner,
Oh God, with
the only bull
bowl
I need.
cut. Oh God, that was so.
What's on your?
See, it's
Okay.
terrible. That's the whole thing
You
with the
still wear a
marketing.
watch. That was a nice watch.
Oh, well, it's a. I don't know if you could tell. That's my daughter on there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's it's
Oh,
digital.
okay. So,
It's a digital watch.
Yeah, it's a.
That's cool. That's cool.
One of those. It's like an Apple Watch, but it's for Android or whatever.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
Oh, Android. Ew. No,
I
it's
know
not.
I've got a MacBook Pro, but I'm everything else is because of Google and YouTube and all that. I have a Pixel phone that it links up to everything, so I don't have to worry about,
I don't
100%.
trash Gun. I don't trash. I love you, Donovan.
Here's
Got-
a trivia question for everybody on the panel.
Trying to end the show.
Yeah, well, I know, but this is a really good trivia question.
We could.
You
use
know, we keep saying hashtag gun nut, but you know
keep
what?
doing that.
Here's the question. Does anybody here know what the actual name of a hashtag is? What the real name of that shape is?
I forget.
Pound.
I forget. I probably heard it before.
Pound.
I forget what it's
It's
called.
pound.
it's pound, isn't it?
Well, we called it the pound sign, but that's still not the official name of the
When
shape.
it was on a phone thing.
It's actually called an octothorpe.
Yeah, I'll
Octothorpe.
stick with hashtag.
An
Thank you, Joe.
octothorpe because it's got
I
8
have heard that
points.
before.
It's
I
got
think
8
you told
points
me
on
that
it.
before too. Okay. I'll stick with hashtag. Thanks for that info.
I'm sure there'll be a Superman joke, with an
Octothorpe.
Octothorpe. You know,
I'd like to
Lex
see
that
Lex
movie is
Corp,
gonna be attacked.
Octothorpe.
And I'll
Octothorpe.
tell you, Sean, I really hope you're right because a couple weeks ago you were on here and you told us there's going to be a running joke in Superman where they have to keep throwing dog treats to Crypto, and
I
that
hate that
sounded
idea.
awesome.
I hate
Like
that.
that sounded so good. It's like I'm like, yes.
I think
that-
this
I hope
movie is
so.
a tax write-off.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Joe, can you do me a favor? What's it going to take for you to do a Guy Gardner cosplay?
Well, for one thing, I would need hair.
Well, we can get you a wig. We can listen. It looks like Nathan Fillion's wearing a
Nathan
wig.
Fillion's wearing a wig. Yeah.
Does anyone know the origin of the Guy Gardner haircut? The
I
Guy
don't.
Gardner
Say it.
bowl cut?
No.
Just say it.
Guy Gardner's childhood hero was the comic book character General Glory, and he modeled his hair after General Glory's sidekick, Ernie the Battling Boy.
That makes so much sense because James Gunn loves glory holes. And
Who doesn't?
and-
Who
and
doesn't?
That's
This
why
is America. We invented the
created-
glory hole.
Oh, sweet,
That's why he
man.
wanted that character in there. I get it now.
It smells tilted.
I'm not bad. It's not okay. End of show. Good night,
I'm
everyone.
not bouncing. I'm just I didn't, you can see
we have problems when Senior Nerd's the most well behaved.
You know, I used to work at JCPenney. I used to work at JCPenney, and
good God, Joe, I'm ending it. I don't care.
Somebody kept drilling a glory hole in the bathroom, and we had to keep fixing it, and they would drill another one.
Maybe they
and it had jagged edges, and I'm like, really? You're going to put something in there? It's not. It's not even smooth.
But I mean, it's making.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? David Cornhole. What is it?
Listen, look what you did. Lisa came in. Whoa. Lisa just
That's I'm James Gunn. I don't know.
Lisa just got here and I came in the glory. Hello and good night.
He's just lost.
You know, Max, I don't know if you even know.
I shouldn't have said that.
Max,
God damn you, Lisa. Why
Max,
did I say
I don't know
I came in glory holes?
What?
Max, I don't know if you know it, but somewhere in your drops, because I put it there, you do have a drop of Sean saying, I just came here to suck some cock.
Let me see if that's
So anyway,
I remember when I said that too.
I can't find it here. Let me see.
It's in there. Take a minute. It's fine. You can pull it up. It'd be great.
You got this glasses.
And I was just here to suck.
I was gonna cry. Oh my God, Sean!
Please tell me somebody can clip that.
Oh.
What the living fuck?
I love if I could give you little treats like that. That's great. Oh, that's a riot. You'll have a new one to clip too.
Okay. All right. Enough. Good night, everyone. Have a good one. Thanks. Shout out to Lisa for hanging in there.
Apologize.